It's just life. I was looking up comment. I seen some women on the street with signs up. They had in front of a church telling people they had a prayer line. You would drive through and they pray with you. One with dress, one with pants, head cover, one not. I said, that's where the world lies. Everybody's trying to capture people. They needed prayer. They needed prayer. That's right. They were doing. They shouldn't have been out there.
That's right.
Ain't that right? That's how bad it is. You can't find a man.
That's right.
And just like Solomon said, they called Solomon. He went through and he was searching his sin and he could find a man. He said he couldn't find one. He said a woman among all of them he certainly couldn't find. He said, this only have I found. And there the Alahym made unashamed man made him call.
Yes, sir.
He said, but he done sought out many wicked devices. That's why man gotten off the kind of off-center themselves. I appreciate the fact that he was patient with me, that he gave me an opportunity to be able to receive this. And that's the same thing I want to see for somebody else. At the end of the day, what you want for yourself, you should want to see for other people.
Yeah.
That's just being honest. Because everybody have a mind before to do something opposite and do something different. And when you was out there, and myself included, I mean, we didn't know how to get him, but he spared us and gave us an opportunity. He gave us his conceited favor. And he came and got us from the wretched places where we was and the wretched behavior we was. We should want the same thing for somebody else.
That's right.
It's not something that we've done ourselves. We found it's something just to conceive, it's just to come out of hand. Think about it, all the things we deal with and have dealt with in our lives. There's nothing we did that allowed us to get here today. People say, well, one day I made up my mind. Sure you did. One day he convinced us. One day he pricked our laws. One day we had to consider. And one day he gave us the ability to be able to turn and a mind to be able to hear. It seems simple now, but think how many times, I remember the first time when I heard something close to this. Man, I heard Charlie Brown parents talk. I mean, right. Had me what I thought. I didn't have one thing and say one word other. I couldn't tell. I didn't understand one word he said.
Right.
That man was calling scriptures. I didn't know. I'll be one of them people later. And I heard, I didn't know. I didn't know what he had said. I don't know who he was talking to. I felt like he might have said something to me, but I'll be honest with you, I didn't understand a word of it.
That's right.
Man, they was enjoying it. All I was looking at, you need to hurry up and shut up because I don't know what he's talking about. I don't know who he's talking to. And I can't follow nothing he said. You know, that was it. I went up and shook the preacher's hand, but I don't know. When I returned back to that place, he was dead by that time. I wound up being a preacher in that movement a little later on after that. And I appreciate, you know, all the things I've gone through. And I think coming through the way I did gave me an opportunity to kind of consider people and what people like, what people deal with. A lot of times people don't consider. People deal with a lot. You people outside, they deal with a lot. It's hard. Life is hard in general. It's just having an anchor. It makes so much better. It makes a difference. When you kind of align yourself, people that kind of mind, and they might say, well, people are hypocrites. Well, they're in the right place so we can get the hypocrisy out of them.
That's right.
What's the people out there, what's going to make them change?
Right.
Because all the hypocrites in here, the world ought to be saved.
That's right.
Shouldn't be no care. Think about it. They'll tell me, I don't go to church, man. Everybody at church is hypocrite. So who killing all them people out there in the street?
Right.
Who molesting them babies?
Right.
Who them homosexuals? Since everybody in the church and everybody in religion is hypocrite. So people need to find an excuse to try to justify why they're not coming up to the ministry. I appreciate one thing I didn't do. I remember I remember the guy called me to come. He was gonna come pick me up and bring me to church. And I told him I didn't need nobody to pick me up. I was coming. He said, "Why I come and pick you up?" I said, "I don't need nobody to pick me up. I'm coming on my own. I want nobody to pick me up. I wasn't looking for no ride." I came and I remember the man told me when my mind was set. He said, "Don't put your eyes on these people." I mean, he said, "Don't put your eyes on these people." You look, I was saying, my people, these some good, look like some good people. He said, "Don't put your eyes on these people. Now these people mess you up." But you know, you don't know who and anybody gave you know to be different. He said, "Don't watch Cam, watch Ra Shyth." So now I know exactly why. He just said, "Don't put your eyes on the people." And of course I didn't. I wasn't coming from. I told when I came, I said I didn't come here for no quiet. I said, I didn't come. I came out and heard the word. It pricked my heart. So I said, I only came for the word. I won't work. And them people, one of the worst people I ever seen. They wore some gold robe. Them things done there blinded me. They were so ugly and tired and old and rusty looking. Just didn't look worth nothing. I didn't know why they were wearing them. I didn't know people even still wore choir robe. And you know, at that time, but unfortunately, that's what it was. But I just appreciate the fact that he gave me a mind. I wasn't worried about other people and what other people were doing. Not to the fact that they was going to affect me and keep me from doing what I need to do. So I think, you know, everybody comes in at different levels, and depending on what you come from, it makes a difference. It makes a difference. I believe this though, if you're gonna come in, you have to come in by fire. You're going to be tested. You're going to be tried. Now, some got to get you the way you know you're solid. You know you're going to stand. It's easy to just walk through the doors and come on in and you ain't dealing with nothing, hadn't dealt with nothing. It's going to be hard to stay because trouble going to come. Storm going to ride. Wind going to blow. And friends going to get few. And family going to hate you. You'll go from being mama's favorite child to you ain't my child. I wish you were never born. You'd be surprised. Your parents, how many of y'all, your family, your parents changed on you? When I first, my mama changed on me at first, but she him now. I mean, we came out of Baptist. I mean, it did. I left that. It felt like it was extreme. I ain't have to do that. You know, but I stood. I knew what I had to do. I understand. Me and my wife, at that time we loved. She and I, both our parents were members there. So we came from a church. She was born there. I've been there since I was 10 years old. Cuz was the preacher, he was like an uncle to me. And so we broke, that was like a major split, almost like, you know, both our parents trying to figure out what's wrong with these niggas here. I knew what I had heard, I knew what I had to do, and I knew what I was seeing. I knew I couldn't get right there. I knew I couldn't get right. I couldn't get right here. Not here, I couldn't. They would set me up though. They would set me up to be a preacher there. I done went through a bunch of them sisters, not the ugly ones though. I never wanted to touch them. I still had a perfect record with them. And we'd have got rid of the pretty ones. Like I said, I ain't touched none of these sisters. And somebody else would have looked and said, I see why. That's your flavor now. But I've never been an ugly woman. I just be honest. I know they say the face don't mean, it means a lot. I done killed a girl one time. I almost got my first murder case. This ugly girl attempted me. I was weak. I was in the street. It's the truth. It don't come up into my pocket. Kept bouncing all around through that room with that girl behind somewhere and sit down. She had a body went quick, but her face had been stopped. It's the truth. I took that pillow. I did. She was fighting to get him out of it too. Apparently, I think she had some kind of allergic reaction to pillows. I kept telling her, be still. I just didn't want to look in the face. And as typical, as I was when I was in the street, my friend who came back, they said, man, you started that up. I said, no. Like, oh, crazy. I was a lot here to it. I said, pretty quick. I said, man, I ain't sleep like that. You know, right?
That's right.
Ain't that right? I like, no, sir, they joy the mule. Ain't no fist hit mine.
Right.
You know, right?
Right.
No, sir. You know,
Right.
I was down in the left field. Like that.
Right.
See, we all got a pass.
You swing kicked up.
Ain't that right? That's right. Down in the field, joy the mule, kick me out. Yeah, we all got a pass, you know. I appreciate the fact I can laugh like folks. People say, you shouldn't tell folks everything. Why not? It gonna come up anyway.
That's right. That's right.
That was the old me. We all got a life.
That's right.
Let me tell you what people do, why it's hard for people to transform. Because people feel like they I watch some of them folks, man. I watch people here with Chris. Them folks couldn't do nothing. I ain't no way in the world about listening to that much gospel music.
Right.
And they watch they listen to old. You said a red light, it's like the folk won't shut up. You don't want to reach and turn their radio. Seriously?
Yep.
Folk, you like they eat holy, everything. Like, just stop.
Oh, hypocrite.
You let the folk know they be the biggest hypocrite you ever say. Just be real. I like one thing, man, I be real.
Yep.
I ain't got to worry about no sister, no little kids, and no another man running here either.
That's right.
I keep it real.
Yes, sir.
But those are the things you deal with. I'm telling you what got me and what get people. When you see the preacher, they have him he's just so right. He won't tell the truth about what he done. And that thing, it makes it like it's unobtainable. Right. Look like he the only one can get it. Everybody else just the stupid fools just sitting there. And they gonna burn later. We all got a pass. Yeah. We all come from somewhere.
That's right.
Folks look ugly to you and you be, I'm gonna say that. That's not nice. I said, if they ugly, I know what I see.
That's right.
I ain't not got to mistreat nobody but good.
That's right.
Y'all said them folks talk, ain't nothing ugly about the ugly. God, man, I did. That's an ugly face. Isn't that right? That's right. You can be honest, boy, like you can't be honest. They teach you to be hypocrites and liars.
Yep.
I mean, you ain't got to mistreat nobody.
That's right.
Let nobody make that. I might be ugly to somebody. You're going to burn the shit up pretending that lie. But I mean, it's on you. I mean, get a boy like stuff that tell them all of their life.
That's right.
You want to appeal to everybody, so what?
That's right.
Don't try to. Isn't that right? Somebody, get somebody that favor you.
Yeah.
Isn't that right? Folk worry about trying to get the whole world favor. You ain't gonna never get the whole world to do. You ain't gonna never get the whole world to like. That's just lame.
That's right.
Learn to accept the things that you gotta accept, the things you can change. Isn't that right? That's it. Stop acting like you human. You gonna pass gay. I remember the first time my father, he met and he used my bathroom. I said, God, that man had some demons stuck in him so bad. All them demons come down at one time and hug that car, and they wouldn't leave that bathroom for nothing. He had me so spiritual too. He came in there. He said, he said, man, you use the bathroom. I said, hey, we good gonna fail. It's taking a little while. You don't want to check the man and go, you're like, I don't want to go to hell like it's taking a while. I said, you can't be doing them. Thank you. Because preacher don't mess. You know what I'm saying? My preacher don't do this. So I ain't gonna picture my pattern. I gotta push one. $5, he was in there a while. I said, maybe changing clothes. I went in that bathroom, them were demons. Them demons had come out that man. They were in there. I know he was clean that day. I ain't got this back up. That day he was clean. All the unclean that came out that man. And it stayed in that bath. Somebody had taught him to flush when he drops. Ain't that right? I learned that's a man now. But it is because you'll see people, you'll put them on a pedestal, you'll realize people are human. It don't mean that. It don't mean that you don't live right. There ain't no excuse not you don't live right. You can do the same. You can call, you can sneeze, you can pay a gas. I'm paying gas before. If I gotta go, you just gotta hit it. Can't got holy nose. I feel one coming out. I know. But this is an honest thing you want to do. If you can be honest about your mistake, you can transform and be honest about your living.
That's right.
See, the one thing with people, they can't admit what they're doing because they're still doing it.
Still doing it. That's right.
That's it, man. That's my past life. I don't worry about it. If people who gonna hold my past life on me, that's fine. And that's what you gotta do, because that's where I was. That's what I did. And that's right. Ain't nothing I can do about it. You know what? I won't be the person to try to live up their expectations. Because a lot of times people's expectation is them doing nothing. So if I can hold you to something, hold something against you, that gives them an excuse. Don't let people do no stupid stuff like that to you. You know, you take care of what you got. I ain't gonna tell them 6 months to mind their business. Some people mind business fast. Don't give them no care. Just shut up. Like Gunner said, keep walking. And tell them to keep walking. Mind business and keep walking. Worry about yourself. That's all you can do. That's right. So don't worry about nobody else. At the end of the day, you're going to have to stand for what you do. Stand for whatever you do against other people. You got to be mindful about it. It ain't worth it. That's enough just keeping yourself. I can't afford to hand that to myself and treat people. I tell you, learn how to treat folk. Folk can't treat folk right. Treat people like you want to be treated. You can't. If folk try to investigate you and look you all down like they trying to check your draw, don't do it to nobody.
That's right.
Give people a fair chance.
That's right.
Isn't that right? Give people a fair chance. You don't know what people might do later. I know people the same thing.
That's right.
If they hear it, they get a fair chance. And people feel like they can be received without, like every time I say something, somebody look at them. Come up, man. Right there, you holding your book, you looking that way. Hypocrite! Trying to see where he at. Look at John trying to see if he's a hypocrite. Ain't got time for no food.
That's right.
And we too over that stuff, man.
That's
right. Come for everybody. Don't worry about what nobody else says.
That's right.
Make sure where you at.
Yes, sir.
That thing come trying to make sure where I'm at.
That's right.
I remember one time they said that thing mess around and hit you. I had a friend one time, he ran out that porch. He got that boy talking, he ran out that porch and swung on that joke as hard as he could. He missed, came right around, hit himself in the mouth. Had to run right back up on the porch. That thing can do that to you. See that? He ran out there. His intent was good to hit him. He messed around and hit himself. You ain't gonna believe it. That's what happened to the word.
Yes, right. You
be intending to hit somebody and mess around and you hit
yourself. That's right.
Yes, you gotta go right there, come on the porch.
Yes, sir.
You better just stayed up on the porch.
Yes, sir.
Ain't that right? Don't worry about what folk do. You just keep living.
That's right.
And that's right. I said, he talking, you just keep living.
Keep living. Yes, sir.
We'll let her go ahead and sign the contract to Ra. All right. That's fine. Get rid of try to see what I know we're gonna do. Y'all know what's going on in the world. It's still riding. Candles still burning. One countryside burned and America suffered. New York, Michigan, Texas, whole bunch of them states. They said coming down toward Georgia. Mr. Yahu, listen, Mr. Yahu talking.
Who would
Yeah,
talk?
look, he get ready to burn that place up, and you think these people gonna get right? No,
Not at all.
they're still contained. Be just like it was in the Yamin or Noah. We call it the days of Noah. Ain't that right?
Eating, drinking, marrying, giving, marrying.
The man started telling what happened, what they were doing. He said, before the destruction came, you need to know what happened before the destruction came.
Yes,
They
sir.
were eating and drinking.
Yes, right.
They were marrying and giving in marriage.
Yes,
Until
sir.
the flood came and took them all away.
Took them all away.
That's the same thing gonna happen now. These people doing the same thing, and they don't realize Yahuwah coming back here. He getting ready to take them all away. Y'all young people settling your law. What side you on? Who you gonna serve? It's
Yes,
rough
sir.
out there in them streets. A lot of them, they think it's easy to get out there. Everybody ain't not your friend. People don't really care for. You know what I learned? People only put up with you for so long.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to tell you, I ran away before. All kind of stuff. Nobody ain't gonna keep you like your parents.
That's right.
Nobody ain't gonna treat you like they're your parents.
That's right.
After a while, you don't get old.
Yep.
You don't start weighing out.
Yep.
Be good accepting to you. After a while, folks get sick of it. Kind of figure, you got
Time
ready
to go.
You're like, huh? You ain't been up for 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody out fed you and clothed you, took care of you, let you slept. You're like 10 minutes. That's on you. You would nod. I would count them as sleeps. And every time you nod, that's a sleep.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, slept here about 10 times. By time to go. I'm trying to tell you. I've been on the run too. Folks be ready for you to go. They be good. They'll take you in for a while. After a while, it's time for you to go.
Yep.
Like that. You bring too much trouble.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm trying to tell you, man. Y'all don't know, but yeah, I'm one of them people. I'm appreciative for my life.
Yeah.
I'm appreciative for my life. Like, how many of y'all done had to be on the run for y'all life? You don't had to get up and just go. Y'all don't know what that like, do you?
Nope.
Y'all don't know what like to sleep on the floor and have a gas bomb. People gas bomb. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
I went on the car so I could burn them up. Man, your night sleep rough. It's rough. Man, so much stuff go through your mind. I'm telling you, you can't even pray. You trying to pray, somebody rallying your mind, your head spinning like this, your head just going. Then you getting picked, you getting text by other people. Hey, mama house get shot up. You just wait, all this stuff coming. That stuff, right? I got a call one time, boy told me, said, man, come on home so we can go ahead and kill you. They said, man, they told me, come on home. You ever got that message? Y'all got to call that before?
No.
Tell you to come on home so we go ahead and kill you. Y'all don't know. I remember I went to see one, me and man, one had fell out. It was bad too. And but me and his baby mother, we were still cool. We were still good. And his kids, they had nothing. It was just, we had fell out bad. It was bad. I had went on that to see them and they popped up. It was bad. Wasn't nothing but Yahuwah got me out. She put herself between them. Man, the guy, when he took off with the gun, everything, left it there. I'm just butt nigga, nothing. She put herself in between them. She told him, she got to kill me. She said, nope. He started crying. He started crying. He was crying. He wanted to keep like, he was pissed. He was like, I can't believe you did it. She said, you have to kill me. She said, you're gonna have to kill me. She said, you ain't doing it. That just started crying. He was pissed. And I got out of number Yahuwah. When I tell y'all, that man, play with him and go ahead and turn your back on him and go. That man put you somewhere, ain't nothing you can do.
Yes, sir.
Your whole life, I was stripped. I ain't gun in the car. Listen, he done left. I'm stuck right here. These niggas right here with these guns. That thing finna be a kill session. It ain't have nothing. What you think going through your mind? You just say, it's over with. It's it. Like the song said, that's why I heart.
Yeah.
Right.
Now that see a lot of stuff y'all done did, you don't watch TV, you done done our stuff. I done been in the trenches.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't lying, these folks have no idea. Listen, man, I've been in Vietnam. Folks don't know the stuff I've done. I just don't, some stuff I can't tell you. I'll be honest with y'all, I just can't tell you about it. But you don't know what it like. You don't know what it like. Man, I'm telling you, your head be swimming, your head going, you can't figure, you trying to pray, and you then you figure, what you praying for? This the life you chose. What you praying for? And you still, and you trying to wrap your head around. And at the time I had a little daughter, all I think about, I ain't gonna see my little girl no more. I ain't gonna see my little girl no more. That's it. I can't go back. I can't go back from where I came from. This is where I'm at. I just like, this is where I'm at. Listen, you get to a point in your life, listen, at a while, you just living, man, you just numb.
Yeah.
You just numb. Because you just waiting. You watching everything and everybody. You just out here. And you know what you're looking at? You don't want to be out here, but this where you at. And you can't get back. And you don't know how, because you don't know how to pray. You don't know what to say. You don't know how to get it out. And you done done so much. What is he going to do for you? Yeah. It make you serve him. He know how to come get you. He know the right people to go get. That's why I've been able to do this job this long. Because when y'all see me, I'm just laughing or doing something like that going. But make no mistake, he make you consider. He make you consider, like, you ain't been that far removed now. You're not that far removed. And that's why I told y'all, I can't go back out there. I know what I did. I watch people, when people can go back out there. I done something out there. I done something out there. Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. So you know what? That's how it is. You know they say you burn your bridges. But I should have learned that when I was a young kid. When I was and I told you, they told me, they say you put an X on a snake. Because I tried something out of fact. If you told me, I tried. And that's dangerous. I one of them people. And you say, I bet you won't do it. You shouldn't have told me. I tried. And I remember they said, mark a snake trail when you see him. Put an X on the spit so you'll see that snake again. Listen, we walking. Everyone I said, my cousin, which one? I just mark him in the stand. I spit all the way my granddad house. And we got it. Listen, broad daylight. That thing was shining. My cousin had left. I stayed too long. No lie, I stayed too long. Man, it was pitch black dog. I had to come through that graveyard. My granddad, they were let my cousin, time to go. Y'all know that this country black. Y'all know how this. In one street light, the light on the front porch. That joke, listen, that light said, you need to be going. I'm finna cut. Light on the front porch said, you need to be going.
Yes, sir.
I'm finna cut off.
Yes, sir.
I walk down the wood step. I'm looking, make sure, you know, them houses sit up on the cylinder block.
That's right,
That's the country I'm talking about. Cylinder block. I ain't talking about brick. I'm going to brick and mortar, but we talking about wood and cylinder block. So I'm looking, walking down them steps. I walked out that yard and walked down to that, and you get to the church. There's one light out there. That thing hung. Yeah. It hung. They'll bust your eardrum, you can. I got that light. I look down that road. I had to go. I just said, at that point, you got to just stand for what you've done. I did. I said, listen, you made some decisions in your life.
You got to live.
And when you make decisions, that you got to live up to them.
Yes, sir.
Expectation. Listen, you got to put all your fear behind you, and I did it. I bust out crying and took off with it. I ran, I cried all the way. It was pitch black. I said, that's it. I manned up. And you don't really did that. They used tear gas on me. That stuff was used on crowd.
Yeah, right.
You know, I should have looked at then, because that was that day was the opening day of, son, this is gonna be your life. You're gonna cross everything you done, it coming right back to you.
JoJo.
And they told me that. They said, anybody heard that in the country? They said you put an X on a snake track and spit on it. They said you'll see that snake again. I must have put an X on a lot of people and spit on them. That show seen them again. You know what I'm saying? You just go. I was a young kid then. Just how stuff just come back to you in your life. When you think that you escaped and you gone and you think you gone somewhere, you ain't going nowhere till you get to him.
Yes, sir.
It's coming back up.
Yes, sir.
Everybody you cross, it's coming back up.
Yes, sir.
I used to listen. I'm telling you, I used to burn people. I deal with when I see it. You know how stupid that is? That's a dumb state. That's how we do. Listen, I deal with it when I see you. And you know what you learn? When I see you, I might not have the upper hand.
Yep.
Cause you to feel like I'll be ready. You can't be ready for everybody.
Right.
And he showed it to me. I told the guy rolled off with my gun. Wow. I'm barehanded with nothing. I got about 5 guys out here ready to kill me with a gun. And here it was, my philosophy was, hey, when I screw you, I'll see you again. I just deal with it when I see you. You'll be surprised how you'll cross people. You will be surprised. how you'll see people. I remember one time I was getting a haircut. I just got in the church. And then, praise the Lord. And I was getting a haircut, and the guy cut my hair to me. He was saying, he said, you don't remember what you did one time, do you? I was like, I don't know what he was talking about. I was just trying to get a haircut and both times. My mind was on the Lord and Jesus. He said, you robbed me one time and took some money from me. I was sitting there trying to think in my mind, this is what I want to hear this. He said, you robbed me. He said, you took some money from me. I was trying to figure out because you couldn't lie. I'm in the church. No time I got that conversation. He said, you don't remember? He said, you don't remember? I sit here trying to figure. It vaguely kind of come to my mind. I've done a lot of stupid stuff. Vaguely come to my mind. I tried to talk. He said, you said right here in my chair, how things work out. I'm sitting here saying to myself, where is this going? He did. He said, you said right back here in my chair. He said, you robbed me. You took some money from me. I said, because I couldn't really quite remember, just trying to talk the guy this situation to get the haircut done. I never came back. I just realized I came back to somebody said somebody chair and I robbed that person. They let me know. You don't know who all you don't cross.
Yeah.
That could have been bad. He could have had a straight razor that could have cut my throat right there in the chair.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll buy some weed too. I want some weed. He has my ticket. They came back to me later. I remember it now. But you just forget about stuff because you're not thinking about stuff. You just living, you just going, and you change. But that person that remember, you robbed me. I tell y'all, you get on this side, stay on this side.
Yep.
You don't know who you gonna come back across.
Yes, sir.
You don't know who come across you, that you know, I know you.
Yep.
You don't forget, you just going on with your life going, and you don't realize he can let somebody else hold it to their law. When I was in that child, I was removed from that person. I'm not that person no more. I'm not that person. I ain't trying to do it. That guy there, he wasn't thinking, he was just doing stuff, then consider. You'll see that man again. You cross this man, you spit on that man.
Yes,
You don't
sir.
see that man again.
Yes, sir.
That's why I tell people, that's why I stay on this side.
Yes, sir.
That man keep a little bit, he'll keep a little bitty pepper for me. My truck will ride down there and run that pepper in some kind of way, lose control and flip over. And they be able to do some funny thing. This little bitty pepper right here, flip that truck over and kill him. You can't play with a man like that because you don't know what he got waiting on you. And no doubt he would just let me know, whenever you feel like it now, you can go back out there. And there's some more people you cross too. I'll let you meet them. You can't remember everybody. When you're done a lot, you can't remember everybody. It's just your mind don't time. You know what I'm saying? You keep going. There's some people don't forget. Y'all know that?
Yeah.
Y'all young people, y'all remember that while you're able. You remember that now. Whatever you do, it's coming back over.
Yes, sir.
It's coming back up. That's right. I'm just being honest. Whatever you do, make no mistake, it don't come back up.
Yes, sir.
See, while you young, you don't sit, and please don't pay me no attention anyway. I'm just talking to old man talk, trying to spill somebody. So that's not actually true. It won't ever come back up. Trying to say. If you're smart, you just take your time, hold on, let the man prove himself out. So I watch a lot of y'all, like, especially young people. I watch a lot of people try to do stuff. I watch people try to sleep me, do stuff. I watch people try to figure why I'm so quick on my feet thinking when I do stuff, or how I can come back with stuff like that. I watch a lot of people, I watch them, you'll be dead in the street, you won't make it.
Yep.
You take too long to process stuff. I watch people try to get, you're too slow processing. You can't process. Listen, when you're in the street, you got to process like that. It happened too quick.
Instant.
It moved. I watch it like you think too slow. I watch people, I watch it. I don't pay about no attention when they talk. Because I know what you ain't done. You can't process that slow and make it. You process this slow, you done.
Done.
I had to process stuff too fast, too quick. I'm talking, it's on the dime. You got to be able to move on the dime when it comes down to that quick. Shoot, man, listen. I sleep with battery acid, with cocaine on the side of me. I always sleep with my feet from under cover. I still do it now. Hard for me to sleep with my feet under cover. I had to get ready. You had to be ready to jump up and go or shoot. That was just how I live, sleep. I remember the first time I went to sleep, I jumped up out the bed one time, told my wife, I said I was asleep. She told me what wrong. I said I was asleep. She trying to help. I told her, I jumped up, that scared the piss out of me. I said I was asleep. I'm telling you, you can't even sleep. Man, you had to sleep so ready. You understand? Listen, I live like, well, listen, one or two things will happen to me. Either the police were gonna kick in the door or we're gonna be a robber. So I gotta be ready for either one. I gotta be ready to shoot if it's a nigga. I gotta be ready to get rid of the dope with the police. You can't sleep. Y'all sleep, don't you? I told you I used to shave guy eyebrows on. Even when I was drinking, I got high. You can't sleep. I learned from one of the best. You'd be surprised. You can't sleep. And you know what you learn? That life burn you out, it'll kill you. It'll kill you. Because you trying to fight too much stuff. Your mind trying to process so much stuff. You always on a white go. You ain't getting no rest. It's just weighing you down. That street will burn you out. That's a terrible life for a person. To not even sleep. Your whole life consisting of you waiting on to get robbed or you waiting on the police to get you. You can't live like that. A lot of people try. A lot of people, I'm going to still try. You're too slow. Spare y'all kid. Too slow. You're too slow. You won't make it. You process too slow. Bad people get killed out there.
Yep.
I'm telling you, they won't make it. They can't think fast enough. You ain't quick enough. I'm being honest with y'all. You don't want that line. I'm thinking, I want to go out there and try. I'm going to tell y'all the secret. You know I wasn't the only one used to do it. Where they at? I done got dead. I see some of the best, they dead. So you know what it is? What's kind of called in the sense? When you're in the street, it was the luck of the draw.
Yeah.
I seen guys was smarter than me, they dead. It's the luck of the draw. You know, he let you start saying, you ain't smart enough. There's always somebody thinking. It's a thinking man again. Always thinking, man. Somebody always applying. It's some people don't ever stop. I see the people, listen, don't ever stop. I just live with a guy. Listen, man, you go to sleep. When you wake up, that man back in the house while we sleep. We don't went to sleep. And he done went and done broke in the mall. Smart. Still one ring, one nigga. Listen, in the mall by itself, come back. Here they say how people, oh, they do stuff. They always need somebody with them. Listen, you could be asleep. All right, let me tell you something. You could be asleep. This boy will wake up. This boy will go out and kill somebody and come back and we're sitting there. When you wake up, he's looking at you. And you can look in his face and know he done something. Guess what? He don't have one conversation about it. Not one conversation. Not 1 hour of work. You sleep. And when you don't wake up, he's sitting right there looking at you. And you look at him trying to figure, what did you do? No conversation. I was trying to tell y'all, stop them streets. You process too slow. You process too slow. You know the thing is, I look in his face, you know what you can tell when you look in his face? He would think about doing something to you while you were asleep. That's another thing that passes through your mind. You can look at some people's face and you can tell. You can look at some people's eyes and tell. You were plotting something. You were planning something. You're not finished. I tell you, you see somebody come out, listen, no one with him. He's done all this by himself. It's not to mention the stuff we've done with us. He waited, everybody go to sleep. He goes out and he come back. He sit. You don't catch him coming through the door. You don't catch him pulling in no parking lot. He's in the room with you and he's just sitting there and he's looking. And you can look at his face and know you did something. And you already know, move on. You don't have no conversation. For whatever reason, I told y'all that. Stay here. It's safe.
Yep. They're right.
It's safe. You don't want to play out there. He taught me how to sleep when I was out there. Real soft and not long. I don't sleep long now. It still messed me up on stuff just because I did it so long, a process like that. You got to be watching everything. You got to be on top of everything, everybody. Conversation. You got to pick up people quick because everybody's scam. Everybody got one. Y'all see, y'all keep listen. If you ain't never done it, all Tahalala Mr. Yahuwah, don't go out there and try it.
They're right.
I know somebody gonna try it though. It's just one of the things where you like, I just got to go see.
Try it.
I got to go see. And you gonna mess around. And some people saying that's the last time your eye will
Yes,
open.
sir.
Don't waste your time. It ain't what you think. It ain't what you think. Appreciate this side. Appreciate what Mr. Yahuwah doing for you. Anybody about that tell you it's too damn. When you see folks don't care the sun don't shine. Don't care the sun don't shine. Man, I'm telling you. I know folks, man, listen, man. It didn't take nothing. I watch people, I know people. I knew people who would do stuff when they were drunk, when they got high. So I knew what ticked me. When you catch a man, he ain't got to drink nothing, smoke nothing, he'll do it. and you can watch it, don't phase them, you don't want to mess around. I'm telling you from the street. If folk, they got drunk, you had to get them. They get drunk, they dang. I knew them people. They got drunk, it was a whole nother person. You didn't want to be nowhere around them. I know people that got high, they did it. I know somebody didn't do nothing. They'll kill you, they won't think nothing about it. Absolutely nothing. One young boy, he killed one fella. He killed his first fella, he was 14. Blow the head right off his shoulder. Didn't even know him. For no reason whatsoever, kept going. Right over there in Tumblerville. Blew his head right off his shoulder and kept going. Never faced him. I knew people like, listen, open up a car door, shoot everybody in the car, and go to school. They can't pick them up. Listen, went to school Monday in class. Felt like it happened that weekend over with. Just didn't phase them. When y'all see these people out in the street, don't ever underestimate people. You don't know people. It went wrote on their face, you'd have never known it until ticking time bomb. You ain't gonna believe people like that have kids. People like that stem from other people like that. Want to do the smart thing is to help y'all out, tell you the truth. Stay right here. Trust me.
Yeah.
Give him an opportunity to see if he can. See if that man won't do everything he said he'll do. You try them people out there, and you'll see they'll do something to you too. Stay over here and trust that man. That'll be your best move you ever made. Best investment. Streets ain't where it need to be. I've seen it. They ain't got nothing out there they can interest me. They ain't got nothing out there they can tell me. I don't care about no new drug. It's the same hustle.
Yeah.
I'd be so impressed when I see them fall. Come on, right quick. Let's do the next side. The hustle. And what nothing but the hustle. Everybody now hooked up on that. You know, they show it's the same old thing. Everything these folks doing. They started shabba-doing. Before they would break, they was shabba-do. They went to break dancing. Folks just keep making stuff, but they keep going. They just keep going. It's the same old dance. It's the same old dance. Nobody changing nothing. Y'all hear me? Use your head. That man picked you for a reason to hear this. You gotta, he picked you for a reason to hear what I just told you. Because somebody gonna try it anyway.
Yep.
Somebody gonna try it anyway. Yeah, that's always our you call our expectation that that you want. That some of y'all guys will learn from experiences that a lot of us in here have already gone through and things we've done and things that, you know, he let us make it out from. And you realize, you know, how you need to do things in a better way to walk. Everything that glitter, they say ain't gold. That's true. Right. I'm telling you, it's fun. I ain't gonna lie. Getting high, getting drunk when I was out there, it was real fun. That's why I kept doing it. So it really started weighing on me where I was at. And you start looking at people getting few around you. People, you know, people I knew in prison, that people were dead. They wasn't dying for no natural cause. And that's why you start looking, you got to do the numbers. Look at the draw. Ain't that many left. So where you standing right now? It was different when it was full of people, y'all having fun. And now you look around and people start getting few, you start looking. It ain't hard to tell the signs of this. You on deck. You on deck. Ain't that right? It's just like in the moving light. What they were looking at? He was looking, ain't about but me and you, Claude. Yeah. Ain't that right? No, we on deck. You start looking at life and realize these people getting out of here. It ain't much more longer before it be you. So when you got opportunity, you need to consider. Every one of us consider. I know how they'll feel. If I was out there, you can get right out there, you still ain't gonna be happy. You ain't gonna be content.
Right, right.
You don't get out here, first of all, you know more than the people you're fooling with.
Right.
You're a detriment. You know, you're a detriment. I know more than anybody. I'm gonna go out here, man. What I'm gonna get with them? How far I'm gonna go? I know I'm doing wrong. I know they can say they know. You don't know what I know about wrong. Right. You don't know what I know about tasting and falling away. I know a lot more than what you know when you're doing wrong. I'm in a different position than you when you're doing wrong. So it's just things you just realize I couldn't be no benefit to y'all. Know too much. Did too much. Still fighting to make sure that man won't hold against me in the human mouse pot. Don't make no sense to do it. Did too much. Went too far. Said too much out of my mouth. And that right? Is at a point in time you just had to start realizing that's why I'm a firm believer. That's just to every one of y'all in here, people watching in. Really, probably 70% of y'all, you're really not ready for this. 80. Make it 85. And the only reason why, I don't think you done had everything around you cut off yet. You got to get to a point where it ain't nothing else. long as it's something else, you got somewhere to run, because I would have done it. That's what I did. As long as I got somewhere to run to, what else I was gonna do? What else I'm gonna do? As long as you got somewhere else to go, why would I stop? You know what I'm saying? I had somewhere to go when they would chase me to try to kill me one time. So why was I gonna stop? I got somewhere to go. See, everything around you gotta get cut off. Everything around you gotta get to a bitter end. If you realize I done burnt down my bridges. I ain't got no choice. I had to be him. I can't listen. If it's anybody who had to be him, who got to be him, got to be me. I ain't got to be preaching to do it. I can't explain it. I don't know words will really put it to the format that I need you to understand it. I didn't have no choice. I had to be him. Y'all got me? I got to live this thing just like he tell me to. I know some of y'all, you say, well, I'm him. Are you willing to commit to live all the way up to the standard that he done set though? And some of you not. And I'm going to tell you why. Because you still got room. You got something that you can do. I can't do it. I'm just being honest. I can't do it. I'm too far in the hole. I'm just being, I messed up too much. I lied too much. I played too much. I can't do it. As that being done, when you don't put yourself so far out, what you gonna do? Y'all understand what I'm telling you? Sir? I know for a lot of people, that sounds like a bad thing. Oh, my life, I did so much. That's a good thing if you're him. And now you know what you gotta do. A lot of times people, we take for granted the opportunity to give. It is. You'll take it for granted that something happens. They're like a wife, a husband. I remember one time I counseled a couple, a friend of mine used to work with me at the time. And him and his wife had a problem. We would talk to them sometime. He said, I want you to counsel us. And they came to see me back then. We were Sunday worship off of Rainbow Drive. And I sat in the car, it was raining. We went to go get something. I sat in the car, talked with him, counseled him. And she sat in the back seat and he was sitting in front. And me and we were talking. He kept talking about she just make excuses for stuff. She kept saying, I'm so tired. She said, Pastor, I'm so tired. He said, she always use that for an excuse. I know she said, but that she used it for an excuse for a crack. She said, I'm so tired. He said, Pastor, I'm just so tired. Just tired. He said, I'm so tired of hearing that always, when she can go somewhere, she can go on a trip. She said, I'm so tired. I'm just tired. She wound up dying a little bit after that. I went to the viewing, went to the funeral home for the viewing. We was sitting down. He was up at the couch, just came in and say he came back down. And came back, they hugged me. He said, she gone. He said, I wasn't listening. He said, I was so busy trying to argue my point. He said, I wasn't listening. She kept telling me she was so tired. He said, now she gone. You know, don't mess around and Yahu will be so tired with you. Please don't make that man so tired. So we're at the point he just cut you off. I'm just done, I'm gone. Tired of talking, tired of trying to reason with you. That's where I'm at. But the fact that I know he was there with me. And I can't afford for that man to just give up on me altogether and he just gone. They're completely gone. I can't get no reconciliation. How long is he going to continue to bear with us and wait on us to change and transform? We the people of, let me try to get things together. Let me try to work for me. Let me try to see what I can do. Well, he already worked it out before he brought us. He already saw what he could do before he brought us. He didn't get him and a mass amount of people came on the planet and he said, now I got to try to figure things out. Before he brought us in, he had already made provision. The way had already been made. See, even when he went to get Yahusha and bring them out of Misraim, that they call Egypt, don't you know he already mapped the way out? He had two options. How many don't know what two options he had on travel? So everybody know? He had two options on travel. You know, it was a shorter way. He said, but they would have fainted. He took the long way. He said they fainted. He had to take them all the way out the way to get them where they were going. He said it was a shorter way. Like some people say, man, I just want to just go and get to it. Just let me just get it. I assure you are fainting away. Had he gave me this immediately when I met him, I couldn't have took it. I wasn't ready. He had to prepare me for something. He took me the long way. Let's see how well you do with Jesus first. They don't get real tight when you get him. Let's see how you serve him. That then, I made it my business to serve then. Our what they would call faithful then. You remember when I was serving, I did that. You see me coming to church late and drag. How many of y'all remember that? Y'all remember when I served then? I mean, when I say I know the time I remember, they never see me come dragging. Wait, that time I couldn't do my job, what I couldn't do. So I couldn't do well with that. There's no way he was gonna translate me over to this. He said, you already showed me something. You wouldn't do good in that. I know good well you ain't gonna do good serving me in no amat. So a lot of things and a lot of times the way he have us to go is to see, first of all, he gotta prove you. Man will say a whole lot and we'll commit to a whole lot. At the end of the day, we'll soon give up. So he took us a long way. Just so he can see what was in our law. He gave him an opportunity to try us. That was a lot of people to take and bring them right in there and cast them out. So take them the long way, gave him an opportunity also to prove them and try them out. Like a lot of y'all, I know you waiting on the Ruach Ha Qdash, but had he gave it to you immediately, you ain't gonna believe it. You'd have lost it. I'd assure you, you'd have never got in after that. So what the benefit had been, as soon as you heard it, you would have got it. And you fell away, and you messed up. So it took you the long way so you can settle.
That's right.
Now you sit down and realize how important it is when you get it, how you got to apply yourself.
Yes, sir.
Before obtaining. And where you got to be after you obtain. Because at that point, then you got to guard it. People feel like, say, I can relax. No, now you have to defend. See, you fighting to get it, and you had to fight to keep it. Can you imagine that? People think my fight easy when I get it. No, your fight becomes more difficult. Because the old ways are trying to pull you. The old people, they're not right. Or new ways being come to try to get you. So it's so much trying to move you from your steadfast that you got to consider that most of us don't consider. Because you see, you get it, you can just go sit down somewhere and then do nothing. You know, that's when the work really begins. Clock ticking. Now you can't afford to mess up. Now you can't afford to miss. Now you can't afford to talk. So it's such a dangerous state when you get it. He makes you look at how much work you got to do to obtain it. Is it really worth throwing it away off of a situation, off of an issue, off of a feeling, off of an idea? So the way he does things is right. See, we all need to know our shortcomings before obtaining. So you learn what to avoid. Yeah, you'll think too much of yourself otherwise. So you need to know about your shortcomings. You need to know if there's something there that might be kind of reminiscent in you. They could come up, they could be a fault later. You need to know about it before obtaining. Because once you obtain, you're in a different position. You can't be held to, oh, I just forgive you, keep going, my child, with the Holy Ghost. No, you tasting, you falling away. At that point, it's impossible to renew you again in the repentance. See, what you gonna do if you be in that state? How many of y'all done messed up since you've been out of here? So if you've done it with the Ruach Ha Qdash, you ain't gonna believe it. It will be impossible to renew you again unto repentance.
That's right.
What is impossible?
And cable.
Me lifting up that building is more possible than you obtaining it again. You can't be saved twice. It's impossible. I was saved one time, then Lord came back and I fell away and saved me again. I don't even entertain conversation. He says it's impossible to renew you again unto repentance. You know what I was written? See? Y'all already see how the foundation play a part. So many people looking and running and obtain quick. Wait.
That's right.
Wait. Just take your time. Learn, know what you're doing. There's a lot of adjusting have to be done. When you're doing it, that's a lot of, you know, they got certain cars, they constantly adjusting themselves. Mercedes, one of them, you're right, so they're constantly adjusting themselves. Because it's always dynamics change. A bump make a difference. See, some America, you boom, like the shot went through. They don't, it adjusts itself over. It's a constant adjustment. You don't even know it's constantly adjusting itself for curves, for weights. If American build a car, you know, man, you just ride, take your chances. Go in that curve 2 1 way and you slide straight off that, you slide straight off the way and you're gonna flip off a cliff. They don't do that. They build them where they constantly adjusting. You ain't gonna believe it. Try to operate like a luxury European car. Constantly keep adjusting.
Mm-hmm.
It is, because as soon as you get settled, time to adjust.
Mm-hmm.
It's time for another change. It's always some other dynamics. It's always from breaking to it's a lot of things that happen. So they'll build those cars they want because they look at it's so many things they look at that happen when you drive. So many, some can jump out in front. Some can get thrown, some can hit. So they build a windshield a certain way. They make windshield wipe where they move to a certain speed because they always anticipate it. All of these things can happen. Going into a curve, American light will stay straight and you done took a curve. So you went in it blind. European, put the light in the time.
Mm-hmm.
So constantly making sure you stand illuminated.
Mm-hmm.
I'm using a car to get you to understand. Don't you know when we're trying to become Kodashim, the separated ones, don't you know you have to constantly be set for changes, adjustments? Like y'all come here, you just flatten out. Just flatten out. You ain't ready. I made the change. I'm done. You can't make it like that. You have to constantly keep adjusting. Because life change. What life throws at you, constantly change.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what you have to do? Keep adjusting.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you do. You keep adjusting. Isn't that right? A battle has to do that. You got to keep adjusting, depending on the pitcher. I'm not going to throw no ball where you can hit it. You got to make adjustment. Isn't that right? See, do the same thing. You got to make a judgment. Quit thinking, I'm going to get it, I just stay this way. No, you got to constantly adjust. Yahu did it. He said, to the weak, what did he do? I stay strong. Adjusting. To them that without Turah. Yeah. He said, I come and do, I don't have the Turah. He said, yeah, I still have it. Yeah. I have to adjust. He said, I made myself all things unto all men. Right. Get what somebody in the holy and Hebrew Israelite and some of us will do. I ain't changing for nobody. Yet the man said he made himself all things unto all unashamed. Constantly adjusting. That's how we make it. Listen, get out of your mind whatever you think about Christianity and Jesus. Don't waste time with that stuff. Don't waste time on fighting other religion. You fight the good fight of amat. Mm-hmm. Everything gonna prove itself out. I ain't got time to argue with no Christian, nobody else, no Islam. Why? I'm wasting time. I know what I believe. They know what they believe. And we'll all find out who's right when he get back in. Mm-hmm. That's all. At the end of the day, you can go in the corner and waste time arguing with people. Who you gonna change? Everybody gonna slam on brakes and get out the car and start following you? We're gonna run your behind over, gonna be on that phone and jump that curb and kill you in them. Fight the fight that count. You just stay focused with what you need to do. Yeah. Everyone, don't waste your time with that. We don't even want to waste the fight. I'm Jewish. I can't shake no Jewish hand. Shut your mouth. Right. And then I stop playing with semantics. Then a person that manifested behavior. We manifested behavior. We were manifesting some of the behavior, and we were Christians.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. One a whole lot had to adjust to the name, understand a lot of things we were doing, but some of the behavior already, one husband, one wife was still the same.
Yes, sir.
No fornication. We didn't learn that when we translated over. Mm-hmm. We didn't learn when one supposed to wear no pants, we translated over. Some of the things we were already in custom to doing that falls in line to. And they said, start him with the principle, now I can move you on to perfection.
Come on.
Well, we need the principle. We'd have never accepted. How many of y'all in Hebrew Israelite would have walked to you to stop the list? Somebody said, I'm Abarym. Let me tell you, you to stop where you to stop. They said they were Abarym. You to stop the list of them. Thank you, your answer for your answer. And the answer is no. Because you didn't know nothing about no Abarym before you heard of him. They wouldn't have heard it. It wouldn't have heard it. A lot of y'all, how many times I watch Abarym, we just say, oh yeah, come on, I've been waiting. This never heard that stuff. Anybody, get out my face. Yeah. You better be Abba on this ground. So he show you, you'll miss it. These words will make you miss stuff. You'll be so in yourself, you'll be so set, you headstrong, you'll miss it. Mm-hmm. That man picked us and chose us for it, because the way we were, we'd have never stopped to listen. Mm-hmm. I was diehard, dedicated Christian. Yeah. Jesus was Christian. And I was Baptist, because John the Baptist started the first Baptist church. And you wouldn't move me from that. I look at that book said, man, with John the Baptist, he baptized Jesus. Now, what you say your religion was? Right. See, we hear John the Baptist baptized Jesus. Now, did Jesus condemn John the Baptist for being John the Baptist? Because that's my understanding. So how I'm gonna let you, and you think I'm gonna let you condemn me with some stuff, you finna come up with some other books. See? That man had to come and open our ear to discipline.
Yeah.
We were all headstrong. Then I went to holiness.
Yeah.
That's it. Holiness. Man, it was holiness ahead. Y'all remember back there, I used to holler and scream.
Oh, yeah.
Holiness make you holler.
Yeah.
Sing loud, holler loud. So can you better Amat Pat Smith? Yeah! That damn holy. And how's that holy? I had that holy make it holler at everybody.
Yeah.
And you holler in the library. You know, that holiness make you holler. See that? Say it, make a fool out you.
Yeah.
See, word how you acting a certain way, you don't even know what you're doing.
Yeah.
So what became a positive for us was showing us ourselves and going back, reassessing ourselves and looking at it ain't how loud you holler when you say it. It ain't how many big words you use, it's what you manifest.
Yeah.
And that means more than anything. Being able to manifest the behavior. Ain't about all that noise and clucking and screaming and folks. Man, he can scream and yell. The post office said, when you hear folks say, man, he can live it.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't hear folks say that.
That's right.
Man, he living it. All that, man, he sure know that book. He showed them for them saying, why don't say he living it?
Living it. That's right.
See, that's what I want folks to say about
Yes, sir.
the man living it.
That's right.
And you need to be able to do that.
Yes,
That's
right.
real manifestation.
Yes, sir.
Okay? Hold on, sir. He said he left he left a Messianic synagogue to follow me. Ain't that right? See, now he better now. Ain't that right? But things happen away. And you know what? It gives you an opportunity to look at how things were done now. And now you look at how we translate and how we see things. You can look at a lot of things, and I've been guilty of it, with Christianity. It puts you on more defense to fight people. And I look at a lot of stuff you do. I know back then a lot of people wound up coming to me for the fight. Man, that's a lot of wasted time. You can do all the arguing you want to. Even one of the EU friend told him, he said, how forcible are right words? He said, what does your argument reprove? You can waste a whole lot of time arguing and fighting with people and exhaust a lot of energy, but how many people you actually become effective with? You know what I'm saying? My energy become effective in my living. I ain't got time to be arguing with nobody. For what? This is what I kind of consider someone. Arguing with you, in a sense, is me not sure what I'm doing, and I need to argue you wrong to believe what I'm believing. Yeah. I don't need to argue with nobody to believe what I'm believing. The people you'll find, if they be honest about it, they need to condemn somebody else to be wrong for them to be right. Are you really in something? I can walk through here and teach they don't have to argue with nobody and call no religion name, and I can show you what's right.
That's right.
I'm just telling you. We'll see. You do like Malcolm y'all did. When they came to tell him to come and hide himself and inside of the Mikdash, which is they call the temple, which is a sacred place, he said because they were gonna come and seek his life. And you know what he said? He said, I perceive that Alahym have not sent them. He said, why would one such as I go and hide himself to save his life? See, he knew the type of man he was. He'd have never sent you to tell me nothing like that. That's why I tell you, when folk come try to tell me, I got a message from God for Pastor Miller. He didn't send you, because he already know. Listen, you're a waste of time. What? You stupid. First of all, Malcolm, y'all knew there's no way he could have sent you, because I'm not that type of guy. Nope. That's what he said. Come quick. Let's go hide yourself. They coming to kill you to save your life. Malcolm, I said, now, why would somebody like me flee?
That's
save
right.
their life.
That's right.
He said, I perceive Alahym have not sent them.
That's right.
He already knew. He said, that ain't the thing. So this is what happened there. You know, somebody walk and stop you. The Lord sent me to you. They done give me $20. I take it. I said, really, you short. He told you for it. I know it. I'll tell you, you stupid. You don't play that. Folk be telling me, the Lord supposed to play you on the budget. I'm gonna get that 20. He told you 40. They said, no, he don't. You lying, I'm gonna lie with you. Well, give me 40. No, you lying.
Yeah.
They said, you know, when I get that 20, I ain't getting you nothing. You shouldn't have gave it to me.
Yeah.
Isn't that right? Isn't that right? Y'all don't like that, do it?
Yeah.
What's on that little fat man? Look at that. He ain't had no gun, is he? I'm talking about the daddy now. All right, here we go. Listen, we gotta have what the world needs now. Love, sweet love. How many of y'all kids know that song? What the world needs now. Maya, you know that song? You and your criminal partner. Yeah, you know that song? What the world needs now. How y'all don't know that song? Y'all don't know that song? I want y'all to write it down and learn and sing it backwards. Sing it backwards. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. Come on, Alex. You don't like each other. Hey, come on. What y'all clapping for? He ain't even done it. Some good friend. Well, you know he ain't no friend. Come on, man. Man, Tupac get big as own for life. Call the talk when you see Tony Pop. No, I mean, you're not good. So listen, I sang it backwards. I'm going to sing it full, all right? What the world needs now is love, sweet love.
Love.
Sing it backwards.
Say it again.
What the world needs now is love, sweet love.
Do you know how to sing it?
Don't we ask me no question? I'm trying to help you.
Say it again.
No, I can't sing no more. Go ahead. Let's just hear what you got. What you thinking? Oh, that's wrong.
Love.
Love.
Still.
Still.
Love.
Love.
World.
World.
Survive.
So survive.
I'm confused.
I mean, get out of here, joke. I know you know. All right, here we go. All right, y'all ready? Romans 15:4. Listen. Was written to show us, teach us, instruct us. We don't know that, right? So that, and what else? And through the comfort of the writings, might have a strong expectation or a cord or a connection. And the reason why we do this, we talk about it every time, is you need to understand that you need a foundation in order to build. A lot of us, why people typically fall and fail, is because you don't have a foundation. See, it don't matter what comes in your life can happen. As long as there's a foundation, you can always recover, you can build. It's kind of like people don't realize key critical things are elementary. I'm talking about even education. Those is key fundamental they get of that sets them up for how they'll advance from high school, middle school, and on. And when they lose it and they miss that middle school, that foundation, you're gonna miss it. Because a lot of things that you're gonna get as you progress are gonna come from your foundation, from the fundamentals. That's what I'm telling you. And when it comes down to our religious aspect, you have to have a foundation. So when you have to come along, just like with us, we had to cut down Jesus. You know what I'm saying? That left us without a foundation. So then we had to come and establish. It wasn't just, it's just switching in. No, we had to go back and look at the foundation. That's how important we did. Some people think, it's just name. All we did was switch names because people want to feel good about themselves. That's not all we've done. We had to go back and realize how it's built upon. See that? Not just the name, understanding the name, the Shem, understand the characteristics of it, understand how everything is entailed by him and for him. There's a lot of things where they come into understanding of, but it changed how our perception was about them. You know what I'm saying? Similar to when he had to anoint the man on his eyes, so he could see things. Hello? He saw men as ox, trees. And then after that, he anointed his eyes again. What'd he do? Yeah, I see, man, just like they are. But he'll realize the first state of how he saw you was like he saw Adam. The reason he would have seen men as trees, because what did Adam do after he committed kata? He hid himself and he covered himself with trees, with fig leaves. So he looked just like a tree. So when I see you as a tree, how do I see man? As a what? How do I see him? So what? I don't. I see you as a failure. I see that you would try to cover yourself up. I see that you will pretend. You would do anything to try to get out of reality. And then the reason why he could see man as he was, he could see, that's all of us. He's saying nothing but leaves, but there's some other things on the exterior about us. We don't ever get through to them to get pierced to find out about ourselves. There's things you need to know about yourself. There are things we will assume about ourselves. When the word comes, it gets deep enough inside of us, it'll bring things to the forefront. Well, you have to be honest with yourself. And we ain't honest with yourself, a lot gonna come up. A lot gonna come up, and it's gonna explode. So it's important for us to know who we are and know how we actually are and how we're viewed. Because when I see you as trees, as ox, just walking and going. And all I see is a bunch of cover up. That's what he saw. Everybody's just covering up something. See, when he had Adam in the garden, man could be seen at his purest point. There was nothing to cover up. There was nothing to hide. There was no shame. Adam covered up because of shame. Think how much we mask in life. We went from further than leave till we'll start putting on other stuff. Foundation, being rude. We don't like to color our lips. I don't like the way my hair looks. So I dyed and changed it. Man has shown himself he's nothing but an eye. He just keep finding, because leaves fade and change and fall away.
Yeah.
So do our hair.
Yeah.
He said, when I see, man, I see him. You see some tree that bear no fruit, no power. So I see men, he said, I see him as ox, just walking and going. We want to get back to the original state that man was. That would be our best benefit. There's no benefit in being ox unless you bear in Pari. There's something that he wants to receive. Y'all got it? Okay, let's start serious. Yes, sir. We talked about this, correct? Now some come to mind. We talking. Let's look at this. Matter of fact, let's talk about it now. How about that? You can do this when you ain't got no script. You can move and go the way he tell you. These folks don't realize. See, I appreciate Mr. Brewer. I don't need a script, quick card. I don't need to write nothing down. Then nobody see that, I hope. Okay. 3 and 1. Listen. Program we're using for those that are watching Beth Ha Mashiach. This is one of the programs we're using now, today. I can't tell you this is what we'll use tomorrow. I can't tell you we'll use this. From now on, I want to tell you to throw everything you got and throw it away based off of, because what we try to do is go through and try to, our goal is to, I guess we're getting back to originality is kind of getting back to originally what was stated, getting to the original Alahym. Because you think about it now, let's see Ra Shyth 1 and 1. I'm sorry for those that watch it and don't know, they'll call that Genesis. Ra Shyth 1 and 1. Listen.
Alahym.
So in the beginning, Alahym.
Ra and Ra.
So Ra Shyth bara. So in the beginning created Alahym, the Shamayim, which are the heights expansions, and the Arats, which is the ground of the earth and where we dwell in on the land. So this is what he told us to have for him. So at this state right here, how many was it? How many Alahyms? One. It's a plural statement because he told you. Adam told you that the two should be one.
That's right.
It's a plural statement, but they were one.
That's right.
Now later he came along and told her that all the Alahyms of the Alam of the world of what? So more came on the scene. So the whole goal of him coming, defeating every one of these Alahym is to get back to an original state to show you it was only one. See what happened over time, other Alahym been created. Now we got Mary, the mother of Jesus. We got
Yeah.
we got the whole religion of Islam. We got all the different religions. All the different, we got Buddhism. We got the Hindu. We got everyone in the religion. You got Scientology. You got all these different religions that know Alahym. But see, we go back to Ra Shyth. It was only one.
Yeah.
It's a plural statement because Adam taught us. We would have never known one, but for Adam, Alahym is a plural statement. Alahym is not a singular statement, but it could be one. One. He said, for the two should be one.
Right.
So when he said, let us make, what that was, let's say 126. Whatever reason he ever going this way. (126). Listen, Ra Shyth.
Then Alahym said, let us make each in our image.
How many each? How many? One. Man is a singular statement. Let us make man.
In our image.
How many of that? I gotta say it louder. One. That's it. One. And let us make how many?
Each in
One.
our image.
In our image.
According to our likeness.
According to our likeness.
And let them soar over the fish of the Yam.
Look how quick he hits you. How do we get today? You were talking about one. Now you just, how did you change the conversation that quick? You said, let us two make one and then let them have. Where are we going with this? We're starting out with a one statement that's becoming multiple. Go figure. Hello? Come on.
And over the birds of Shamayim, and over the cattle, and over all the Auryahs, and over every creeping thing that creepeth on the Auryahs.
They. So what did he do? Come on.
And Alahym created each in his own image.
He made how many of them?
One.
What happened?
In the image of Alahym, he created him.
He created who?
Him.
What does he do?
Male and female.
What did he do?
He created them.
So the two were gonna be one. He gave a statement about one, and then he went on to tell about a divide. And the two came from the one. Hello?
Yes, sir.
I'm just watching, looking at it. So all I'm saying for me, and I would, expect, is my expectation that we have the same mindset. The whole goal with going back and looking at what he said in its original state is to get back to the original Alahym. See, the only way, so by us, he was gonna know us by what was again? How was he gonna know us by what now? How was he say you gonna know nobody what?
Bari.
So how do you see men?
Ots.
See them as trees. I'm talking about by their fruit. I'm gonna know them. You ain't gonna believe it. Adam knew every ox in the gun by his pari. If he didn't, he couldn't identify which one not to eat. He knew every one of them. Go figure. Look at 2 and 1, Ra Shyth. Hold on, and finish, give me a little more of that one before you get there. We're gonna go there. Give me a little bit more of that one. Where you at, 29?
28.
28. We're gonna get 2 and 1. Go ahead.
And Alahym barak them, and Alahym said to them, be pari and multiply.
See that? So what did the man really see wrong? Did the man see wrong? Why would you tell two human beings that to bring forth some fruit? What you think, there's some kind of tree or something? Do you really tell people to bring forth fruit? Or you said the tree? Because originally when he made the statement, that's what he told when he made the odds. Back him up again in that first chapter. 1, 3, 5, 12, 11, 1 and 11. I count different than most people. 1 and 11, same book. Listen.
Then Alahym said that the Auryahs sprout vegetation, plants yielding seed, and pari, ots of the Auryahs bearing pari after their kind.
What's bearing fruit now?
Bearing pari after their kind.
Again, pay me up. So what were we talking about here? What kind of people?
Pari ox.
Trees bearing fruit. Now you just made a man or woman and told them to bear fruit. So how did you see him? See him as ox. Look what he told him. So when he would have told him this, let's go with that. Here we have at 1:11. Who did he tell to do this first? The ox. Then you just told him. So how are they supposed to understand that? So that mean they learn from nature. That's crazy. Because Yahu said nature ought to teach a man.
Yeah.
See, if a man don't teach me, I don't listen to nothing else. But yet he told in the 11th chapter of the book of 1 Corinthians that nature ought to teach a man.
That's right.
He said nature ought to teach him. If he had long hair, it's a shame to him. Amazingly, because when Adam was in the garden, when he put him down, he taught him how to keep it.
Yeah.
He taught him how to keep it. You shouldn't let stuff get overrun.
Right.
I mean, how's he gonna learn it? He just told me nature ought to teach a man. You say you put him in the tiller and to keep it. Because stuff was getting too high, was getting out of control.
Right.
It's amazing. But everybody reading now, smarter now. See, let me tell you something what happened. If you just be honest, right? I'm talking about honest enough. I know people say, I don't be honest. Honest enough that you really want to get back to the original Alahym. A lot of this stuff, he was telling us then, we just didn't catch it. That's all we had to do. Look at what he was doing with it, man. He just told some vegetation. He just told some trees how to bring forth pottery, okay? So now he just told them to do it. How are they gonna know that? Probably the Holy Ghost. Holy Ghost and working. He just gave them people a carnal commandment. That was carnal, wasn't nothing Ruach. It's nothing spiritual about a man and woman have no baby. For some dumb reason, people to do that. But he said the two were gonna be what kind? One what? One flesh. Flesh is not spiritual. Flesh is carnal. To prove it, he took it from the ground. The Ruach don't come from the ground. The Ruach comes from Shamayim.
That's right.
That be spirit.
Yes, sir.
Well, see, if you don't have an understanding, so since I'm flesh, I have to learn and partake from things around me. There are some things I need to know just in nature itself will teach me over course. Nature is a thing, nature is a course of a thing. That's all it is, just a course of a thing. That's how things work. There are two things people don't realize that you can go against. And he used, why y'all think the Mayim is coming back at us through the storms and the Kadim, the wind, and then the Ish, which is also the word for fire. Why y'all think this coming back at us? This is nature. Alahym done told you against us, but it's hard to believe it when I'm still getting all this good food and fresh fruit. You know what I'm saying? When the water, that still water, that's how you steal the water. Like a bridge over water. So you see all this stuff come. So to get me really to understand here, it's the fact, man. He said, I turn this thing against you. See, you ain't listening to two courses. I'm telling you, and you ain't listening to nature. So nature's coming back at you too. Even when he told the homosexual, then when they did that, what was it again? Yes. He said against me. But then this is what he told them. They did that which was against. Are we really concerned about nature or are we concerned about Alahym? Let's just be honest. Alahym, you ain't gonna believe it. I put these things to show you. He said they did that which was against nature. And as much as they would not like to retain what? His knowledge, Alahym's knowledge. I'm showing you that both of us are against you. That's why when you see homosexuals, they look bad. They look bad. Ain't wipe them. I'm going to show them that I and nature are against you. Yeah. They get them, sir, they look ridiculous. I'm going to show you that you've done things against nature for as much as you did not like to retain my knowledge, my da'ah. That was knowledge that he gave him in the garden. He told him, a man should be with a woman. That was knowledge. That was da'ah. They knew this. That is the only way you can conceive and you can reproduce. And when they go against it, he said, me and nature gonna work against you. There's no such thing as a homosexual with stability. That's retarded. That's a retarded statement. That's right. You are a moron. You are a complete moron. I know this real smart sissy. You are a moron. You are oxymoron. It makes no sense. That makes no sense. How could you have intelligence and be homosexual? That would make no sense. You don't want to retain the knowledge of Alahym and then you work against nature. And these people keep talking about something. We got to stop this dumping out there. You got to stop dumping your lifestyle on their planet. This is why Alahym coming against us. He's trying to show, I am against you. I'm going to continue to work. Listen, fire burn in Canada, when you ever known that, and all the way down to Georgia. Y'all see how clouded, how gloomy it look in them states now? Yeah. Been gloomy. New York been gloomy. New York, no, they should have been. New York and California, the reason why both these states, all the other 48 states jacked up. Yeah. They trendsetter. Yeah. Everybody thought they folks, all they're gonna tell lies. Yeah. Quit telling lies. Everybody follow New York and everybody follow California. California, New York follow Europe. That's true. Yep. Ain't but some French sisters. Yep. Italian sisters. Yep. They said they're going to France. They're going to follow London. They're gonna bring all them faggoty style. When you watch anything you'll do with some faggoty clothes, watch New York and California. Yep. Right. Them faggoty clothes gonna get all across the nation. Yep. Nobody follow Mississippi. Nobody follow Alabama. Nobody follow Tennessee. Everybody gonna follow them. Georgia turned into one of them demonic demons. Mm-hmm. Georgia, you're on deck. On deck. Another corrupt place. They don't move their corrupt because you know what? They're getting destroyed where they at. Mm-hmm. They can't afford the cost of living in New York and California and faggoted and burnt up. Sure. Isn't that right? Nothing but a gay sissy. Yep. Double nigga. Isn't that right? Put an FF on a child page. So you got two of them. Y'all sick, and I like it. I like y'all sick on it. We got to try to get folks straightened out, man. The whole world going back. Right? Come on, where we got them at now? Come on, fit this first chapter right quick. Let's see where we're going with this. Listen. Come on.
Then Alahym said that the Ra sprout vegetation.
Hold on, you at 2? Oh, okay. So that's sprout vegetation.
Plants yielding seed in Paris on the Iraqs bearing Paris after their cont.
Yeah, believe when them seeds come out them plants, guess where they fall at? Falling to another plant. They're like it. Plant go screwing on another plant. That homosexual. You gotta see. You put no seeds in no motor oil trying to grow. You put it in the womb. When you take that pig and you dig or shovel or hoe, whatever you put in the ground there, you put a wound in the rocks. Yeah. So you can put a seed and cover it up. Right. What y'all think he did with Adam? He closed it up. Right. He taught us how to plant. He said, when you dig in the ground, then you close it up when you put that seed in there. They want to be a sissy, take some stitches and sew their boot up. Yep. You know, they want to sew it up. Okay, can't get no doo-doo out of that. Joker eye buck, Turah shooting out his eye. Teach him a lesson. Isn't that right? Woman, her whole supposed to close back up. That's gonna be like a horse vagina. Just flat. That when the ground ain't no good. I remember I said that one time. I saw a Booker put on there. He said, I learned something today. Yeah. Because I learned about a horse vagina. I looked, I said, what is Booker reading? So anyway, we got a work to do. We got to teach these young people. We got to teach these old people too. So you need to know why the rocks coming back at us, because we don't win against nature. Alahym, see, when he told nature what to do, now you got nature on. So nature can't properly she can't properly run her course. So now she's going opposite of her. Yahuwah told her, you went contrary to me. I went contrary to you. So nature, what you think nature gonna do? Nature said, I'm with him. Why would I work in your favor? I'm with him. Listen, I'm not gonna be with, I'm with nature. I'm with Alahym. You went contrary to him. I'm going contrary to you too, because I'm going in coincidence with what he does. That's why he done told you it don't make sense that people that supposed to be Qdash can hang out and stay with folk that not. Because nature that out here that already set down the order. So it's gonna be hard for it to still stay. I'm gonna be contrary to you. What happened? You don't come no more? What happened? You don't come see me no more? You don't do that with him.
Right.
I'm with him. So I do just like nature. I gotta do just like him. I'm gonna be contrary to you. See that? You don't think like that, do you? That's what you give, man. What y'all think happened when Adam came? If Adam could have made it back, you know what? Everything went opposite to him. We don't listen to you no more. We don't pay you no attention. Nothing. We ignore you on everything. You used to have a rule over everything. And once he turned, the gun got overtaken. Isn't that right? Everything work against you. And that's the same thing he gonna do. The land done went against you now. Because of your behavior. Come on, finish this up. All right, and know what they're supposed to do. Alahym said, let the alarm, they call it alarm, or the rocks, because they really, it was in that land, it was on that one spot, sprout, vegetation, plant, yielding seed. And Pari ots on the alarm, we call this alarm here, I'm still arise, bearing Pari after their whichever seed in them. That's exactly it. The one you're gonna make a sister. Sister, I guess a sister is gonna make another sister. A man can't make that, but what's in it, he gonna make another human being.
That's right.
That human being supposed to bear the same tree. You can't find you ain't never seen no gay tree.
Nope.
Ain't that right? Every one of them trees bearing the same fruit.
Yep.
Everyone, they said, well, the fruit different now. They call man when it done something.
Yep.
The ox doing what it's supposed to do.
That's right.
Whatever it been given to do, it said, I can't do no more than what it's doing. That's another reason why he called you ox. I'm trying to get you to follow the sign. Everyone of them said, you ever seen a pine tree bear some acorns? No, sir. You ain't gonna believe why. It ain't even in them. They squeeze. It's trying to get a watermelon shoot out. It ain't gonna happen. They don't even wait their time. It ain't in them. And and see, another reason of calling you an ox, see, now you think about what kind of Pari fruit, kind of orange tree bear? Somebody said one? Orange, tangerine, cantaloupe, nectarine, plum, grape. So you know what he's trying to figure out? How can a man that was set up, shawl, upright, that's supposed to bear the same tree, bear the same workings and ideas of where it came out from, which was Alahym, how could it be bearing a different type of fruit? Think about that. Now, where did these trees come from? Did they come from Shamayim? Where did they come from? Came from the Adumah, and they still bear the same thing. You ain't gonna believe what man came from. You know how confusing that is? To try to figure, how is it this one ox can bear all these different fruits? It's scary that one tree can bear all these different traits when every other tree can only manifest to one tree. You know, a cantaloupe tree bears sap. Why not? Anybody know why not? Probably because it ain't in them. Can't get no sap out of no cantaloupe tree. I don't know, they didn't come, you can't do it. It's impossible, it's not in them. He's trying to figure when I made you, the stuff you're doing when he made you. And I'm trying to figure where's it coming from? How is it this one ox can bear all these different fruits? Now, think about it, because how would you look at that apple tree with oranges and grapes and pineapples and pecans? How would you be looking at that tree?
Not an apple tree.
You said, that's wild. That's crazy. How that tree able to do that? Isn't that right? It's like, and so you got to look at him looking at us. That's amazing. In the gun, I gave every ox its idea. I gave it every one of its program. Like a computer, I put this program in, and it's operating a whole nother program never been in the computer. Is that possible? Then you know, is that possible? I put a program in the computer, and another program pop that's never been in this. Can that computer just do this? Damn. Damn. No, thank you. So all he looking at in the gun when he made us, I put in your program like me. Everything you do like me. That's the program. I done already put this operating system.
Right.
Like me. Everything like me. In some kind of way, somebody must have hacked the computer. They must have hacked the system because I never loaded this program up. How did this program get in here? You gotta imagine how you gotta be looking. How crazy it look. You saying, that's crazy. I never put this in here. How's it doing this? That's how he looking at us.
Fine.
So we learning from life. Look at a lot of things don't make sense, do it? Unless it's been hacked. That's what he said in the gun when he found weeds in there. And he found somebody had put something different. And they said an enemy did that.
Mm-hmm.
He told him, he said he found some tails that were planted among them.
Right.
They want to know, and they asked him, they said, how did these tails get here?
Right.
And they said an enemy did it.
That's right.
See, that's what she tried to tell them in the gun. She said that the serpent had deceived.
Right.
She tried to tell them the same thing he told them to Marshall when the man went out. He said, when he planted, he said they found tails. They said, sir, you planted good seed. They said, whence come these tails? They said, the enemy did it.
Mm-hmm.
He said, I know an enemy. They picked it up. They said, an enemy. He said, but I'm going to destroy the enemy. My goal is to destroy him. When she told him what Satan had done, he was intent on, I'm going to destroy him. Because I never put that here. I never put that program, I never entered that program. Some kind of spyware, a worm virus got in there.
Yeah.
He said, that's what happened. He said, I never put it in there.
Right.
But his goal is to destroy it.
That's right.
Y'all got it? So for us, it's almost like going and just doing a clean sweep. Ain't that right? You got to go, sometimes you got to clean your computer, clean your hard drive. That's what we're doing for you intellects. Come on. Let's jump back down to 2023, 28. So I can get finished up here. Y'all follow me, try to run through him if we can. Yahuwah see fit. And y'all ain't got to take it. But my spot coming. That be judgment. Listen.
And Alahym brought them, and Alahym said to them, be pari and multiply, and fill the Auryah, and subdue the star over the fish of the young, and over the birds of the sky, and over every kind thing that moves on the Auryah.
Everything move on the ruler. Come on.
And then Alahym said, behold, I have given you every plant yielding seed that is on the surface of all the Auryahs, and every ox which has pari yielding seed. It shall be for food for you.
That's amazing. He told him, gave him, what did he get him now? Every
plant yielding seed that is on the surface of all the Auryahs.
Why would a nigga be digging in the ground sucking seed? I know what y'all thinking. That's fine too. I'm just being honest. It's just tight. It really put plain on how you do stuff. I know a lot of folks, we like the seed eat. Man said he told what he gave you now. I'm just saying, after you eat the seed, how you gonna plant? What you gonna plant with? So you take away, we can't regenerate. Okay, how you gonna regenerate if everybody eat the seed? Right. Okay. I'm just being honest. What if the man just told what I gave you? Why we been doing something different? I know they're saying seeds are medicine. Now, if that what he told you, he said I gave you leaves for medicine. He never told you I gave you seed. I gave you leaves for the healing. When Koskik Yah fell, when he got sick, and he would lay down, and Yahuwah added unto his life, 15 more years. What did he put on now? Big seed and healed them. Y'all gonna stop this seed eating. See, all this for correction. This is Second Timothy with Beth Barnabas. That's what he told us. He said all of the writings are for correction, for instruction in right in Sadiq, right? Well, in the gun, what he just told me he gave him. He said he gave us the plan, which is above. I never want you to dig in the ground and eat nothing. I never told you that. I told you it was above. So I know this is different for us. See, if we don't stop and pay attention, now we start moving our own Sadiq. I know we sunflower,
See.
So you got to ask yourself, with a minute sunflower seed can eat, I don't know how we still have sunflower. It would be better to let the seed grow and eat the flower, eat the leaf from the flower. Because I don't want you to eat the seed. I want you to ingest what comes from the seed. So I know it might seem like it's difficult. This is not my writing. Y'all believe this is my writing? See, that's what I'm telling y'all the difference between me and a lot of y'all. You're not listening with the intent to do, you're not paying attention to statements. Because he could have easily just said, had he just said, I gave you these plants to eat and kept going, I would have thought that, but the fact that they wrote and they went and specified above and not beneath, knowledge. That's how we're gonna get better. I'm just telling you, he told you I gave you the lead. He never told you I gave you the seed. I gave you the seed when it came to your Yeshua. Huh? Okay. We'll go with it. I know where your mind might be going. You know what? Let's look at something. Let's go back and look at something right quick. 6:44. Yahuchanan. Yahuchanan 6:44. See, we all got me going on. I see your face. You got the cute little baby face. See, if we get honest and we just got ourselves set on, I just want to do what the man said. I mean, I don't lie, I like sunflower seeds. I'm like, wait a minute. I like them. There's a lot I have to get away from him. He said, I mean, look what the man said. Why would you can't do what he said? I eat collard green seeds. How many of y'all eat collard green? How many of y'all eat collard green seeds? Why you don't eat the seed? Man, that plant be eaten if it was left to dog feed. I don't know how we found so much on a pig to eat. How many of y'all eat horse booty? I mean, the poor pig the pig ain't got nothing left. Yeah. I mean, the man nuts even get ate. What made somebody get hungry enough to take 2 balls off a pig and decide to seize them and eat them? You know your mind is sick. You sit around looking for balls to eat? Man, you sick. You sick. Yeah, the pig is not one part on. Man, sitting around here with a plate full of pig anus. You can't do that. That's a lot of holes. Isn't that right? There's more holes than humpback lie by. Isn't that right? They got a whole plate of them things. The pig is not one part on that pig body folk throw away. Because the trash and the chitlin look just alike. I was smoking weed one time. I was cleaning. I was going and something distracted me. I got stuck. I don't know which one to trap, which one to kid, which one to chip. Took a long time to figure it out. I hope. I like to say I figured out. I want to say I did right. Listen.
No one is able to come to me unless I be who shalak me draws him, and I shall comb him on the last union.
So how did you come? How did you come? How you come to him? Huh? You said what? That's the only way. That's it. He the attraction. That's the only way to do it. Y'all see that? Let's look at some scenarios so you understand. How many of y'all want to understand a different way? Let's understand this way. In the 10th chapter, I'm gonna go get it, of second, it should be Beth, I think it is Beth. Mal Akeem, because 2 Kings, 10th chapter. Yahu made a muhad, a feast, a kaya, vessel. That's name who he made it for. Hands, ball. That's why folks said we having a ball. They had a part of ball. Ball was an idol god, Alahym. Y'all got it? And he used that in order to get them to come. And told them that he was throwing a kagi, a feast, a festival for Baal. Don't you know all the worshipers of Baal came? That's the only thing withdrawn. There was no way to get him now. So he could kill them. He did it through subtlety. The only way to get them down was to draw them on an attraction that they love. And you ain't gonna believe it. Them niggas love the ball. That's how he got them now. So you ain't gonna believe it. He used Yahusha to get us there. That was the only way to get you there. The Abba had to use it as a lure to draw. That's how he was gonna do it. You ain't believe what happened that day when it came to see ball. When them niggas were balling, all of them died. Everybody was balling died. That day when Yahushua moved, when we came, we all died. That's why he said we were buried with him. So he also said, I'm gonna coom them up. He said, oh, let me show you. You're gonna die. See, I did it by subtlety by getting you him. I use an attraction to draw you him. I just gonna let you know. I told you enough of what you need to know. If I draw you come, then I'm gonna comb you up. You should have already did your mouth. You can't comb living, you comb the dead. So that you, when he sat down and he attracted and they came, that's the day we died. That's why Colossians the 3rd chapter said, if you then, what was again?
Risen.
Now, if you be risen with him, what was the Mashiach?
You down.
And I was risen with him alive? No, I also had to die with him.
Yeah.
So that help y'all understand, no ish can come unto me except the Abarym will sit me drawing. See, that was the only way Yahu could get him now. He had to get them there through subtlety so he could kill them. So he used that same tactic to get us him. You think he told him, come see ball, you gonna die. Who coming? Everybody come to the party getting killed. I'm like, come no stuff like that. You gotta tell them folks, man, you come here, we gonna be balling, nigga. Nigga, it's gonna be a ball. You know what? We like the ball later.
Yeah.
He said, that's what I'm gonna kill them on. I'm gonna kill them all. But unlike with ball, I'm gonna comb them up at the last union. That's the difference though with the ball worship. You never heard about combing. See, I told you I was gonna comb you, so I had to declare the end at the beginning.
Yeah.
You'd have got stuck on that dead part, wouldn't you? So I told you, you come, I'm gonna comb you up. Don't even, when I told it to you and you heard getting up, you wouldn't even think about dying. If I told you you're gonna die when you come, I'd have never got you to wait to get combed. You wouldn't even come to get combed. You were too busy scared of dying. Does that make sense? You ain't gonna believe it too. And that's why I love you.
Yeah.
That's why they told. That's why the winning team, we had to come up with a beat. We talked about it. We said, that's why we love him.
Yeah.
Don't it make sense? So now, no one is able to come to me unless my Abi, who sent me, draws him. See, Yahu was the leader over Yahudim at that time. So he sent Akim out with the message to let everybody know to come. We having a ball. That's how he got him now. Y'all got it? So Yahuwah used the same subtlety to get us him. None of us can't help, man. You come to serve him, you're gonna die. You think, and man, we're gonna be happy. You stuck. Stop. Did you say die? Did you hear the rest of what I said? Once you said die, I assure you weren't talking to me. Everything you said, oh man, I'm stuck on dying. So you see why he tell it to us in the way he does. So we skipped all over down. We were just hearing, man, I want to get up in the last day. Did you think about how you get up in the last day? How you get up if you're already up? You get up.
You're down.
See, we missed all that, didn't we? It's called being crafty. I caught you with God. That's why you got a teacher. Because you want to pay, look, who is there? No ish is able to come unto me unless the Abba who sent me draws him, and I shall raise him up at the last year. See? Painful, painless. How much pain you got in that? Any man that come to me be saved, I'm going to kill him dead, and then I'm going to get him up later. How many of y'all like that attraction? Somebody want to come in the public, man, I'm out of it. Ain't that right? I'm like a German car, I'm out of it. Ain't got time no stuff to talk no fools tonight, no dying. Nobody want to hear it. But see, he told it to you, you just didn't pay attention. That's why you gotta have, that's why you had to have your moray, a teacher. So it makes sense.
Yes, sir.
See, now I can tell it to you because you're strong enough where you can take it. Somebody met you on the street and told you, you said, interesting. Yeah, when you come, you're gonna have to die though. Hey man, I'm not coming up talking about no dying. That's crazy. I'm trying to save my life. I'm trying to save my soul alive. But in order to do it, you gotta die. See, when he explained it, it makes sense. When you hear it, when you're in a certain state, it's not logical. It's not practical, right? Come on, let's see what he told them. 45. Listen.
Is it not Katab in the Nabaim?
Know what he asked you? Is it not written in the Nabaim, what they call the prophet?
And all your benim shall be lamented by Yahuwah.
Now, that makes sense. Pay attention there. Is it not written, Katab, in the Nabaim, that they call the prophets? And all your benim shall be taught by
Yahuwah.
Only reason that makes sense is why hand. Tell me something, your answer. Yes, Yahu. Tell me what yes, Yahu saying. All your children should be taught, man. That's why it makes sense. That's the same statement we just read. Come on, get that check, man. I was looking to see if I'm gonna meet you with that pen. They ain't coming. You're gonna probably have to get it when you get up there. That's a good one. What you got? Get to them. Go ahead. Exactly right. Exactly right. Because he just told you that because that means he's all your father. The Turah told you that the father was supposed to teach the children and supposed to teach it to their children and let them teach another to the dog. That's why it made sense. Because I was grafting you in. Because the Turah was the Turah never said nobody go teach nobody else's kids. The Turah, the Abba was supposed to teach his children. So now I just told you that I'm gonna teach your children. So what did I just tell you? I'm all your fathers. See, people who know Turah understand that. They understood it. That's why he just said it. You understand? He speaks Turah. It wouldn't make sense for nobody. Nobody went nowhere and sat down and let nobody start teaching their kids. No, the father was supposed to teach them. See that? And he just told you, I'm a teacher because they're my children. They're my beneath. That's why I'm a teacher. So in the same time, I came along to give you another consolation. Now I came back, I inherited you. See, I'm talking about you being inherited. Y'all got it, or being adopted. Showing you a correlation, or showing you a connection. See, Adam was the son, the Ben of Alahym. You ain't gonna believe how Adam knew all the information he knew. So it's gonna make sense, I'm gonna teach you. I taught your father. Isn't that right? What other person taught Yahusha? He told you, I speak as the Father taught me.
That's right.
So if he was speaking what the Father taught him, so if I teach you and I'm the Father, what you gonna speak? Y'all be speaking the same thing. Because y'all had the same teacher. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Even sometimes with administrators, they'll come in and observe a class, they'll look at, when kids are failing, they'll look at the percentile. And you can start seeing who actually been following instruction, and you can figure out whether the instructor wrong or whether the kid's not getting it, or if it's just a couple of them not getting it. You'll come in, y'all know how administrator might come in and say, "Why?" And I tell you what they're doing. They examine you watching. I know what I'm doing. These folks don't realize I know what I'm doing. I'm an administrator. You don't pay attention. When a parent come to complain about something, and gets, my kid, I know my kid ain't stupid. I know. So all I'm gonna do is just I come and I talk with the teacher. I know I ain't gonna be hard to get it down. When I go through that book and start checking, I'm gonna just get it set up. I'm gonna go get. I want to see a grade book. All I'm gonna do is go through and just check everything. And I know your kid is stupid. I ain't gonna tell you though. I'm gonna show it to you. And you don't go there and get your kid. You must be stupid or something. It's just a way you can do it. They can identify for themselves. That's it. As I'm about to put this, it's not hard. It's not hard. When you go through, you can see whether it's the administrator, you can see if it's the teacher, or you can see if it's the student. You pay attention, how do them pass it? It's gonna hard me to go and demonize their teacher when I got a larger percentile getting it. It's just your kid and about 2 more out of a class of 28. And I should fire the teacher. I should get rid of the teacher, take him to the board. We should get you off the property.
That's right.
That's what we should be doing, security. It ain't hard, ain't that right? Folks, they don't even realize you better start checking other folks' grades before you run that classroom, make a fool. They'll make you look real stupid now. Yes, sir. So he told you it was Qatar in the Nabi, and all your Benin gonna be taught of me. Thus, all who has Shama with intent to do, heard with intent to do from the
Abba,
and has
Lamed,
seen it, heard it, and been directed by it.
shall come to me.
That's funny. Why ain't over there? Probably the way he teach. That's what they probably teaching. If it wasn't for Smith and stuff he's doing, I would come over there. It's the teaching. How y'all know that ain't the problem?
That ain't the problem.
That ain't the problem. See, he told you. See, when he told about coming, it's gonna be. See, you're gonna have to see it. You're gonna have to be told, and you're gonna have to be directed. That's how you came. Y'all got that?
Yes, sir.
That's what he's trying to take. See, it all comes through alignment. That's why we read what was Qatar before was Qatar power, so we could be taught of the Abba. That's how we're gonna get our direction. That's how we're gonna know. That's how we're gonna be able to identify. Y'all got it. That's how you're gonna get your instructions. See, this ain't as hard as people thinking. When you start to put it together in the parameter the way he wants you to see it, it makes a whole lot of sense. Versus what you've been told, what you've been wrestling with. That's why it's so important you come to sit down. He told you when you come into Beth Alahym, be more ready to stand.
Yes, sir.
That's right. Get us a bucket full. They'll just start shooting stuff up. I come to praise the Lord. I know.
Mhm.
You said that better you kept your mouth shut and be more ready here to get a sight about or some for you.
That's right.
Ain't that right? He said, because I'm in Shamin and you're on the rock. Therefore, let the word of Jesus. Don't put more out your mouth than what you can do.
Mhm.
I learned a lot of folks put a whole lot of noise in there. Ain't that right?
Yep.
Just sit out, like they said, empty wagon make a whole lot of noise.
Yes, sir.
You put some weight in that wagon, it roll right on the rock. But I mean, the car roll. Man, that wagon, it'll delete them tires will leave the ground and hit the right rock. You put some weight on that wagon, then lay on it and come on back out them hole and keep moving. Got some weight on it. You just need some weight on it.
Yeah.
Isn't that right?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, that weight make a difference now.
Yeah.
That's Yahusha. That man had the weight of the whole along.
Mhm.
Isn't that right? You ain't gonna believe it. How you think he got it where he never said a mumbling word? Put some weight on it.
Wait on. Yes, sir.
No? He couldn't yell and scream till the weight got on.
Mm.
You know the weight was getting on. That weight don't get on you, man. You can't talk. That thing heavy on you. You ever been like this? So how many y'all been? You been bumping, you don't feel like doing a whole lot of talking around. Guess what he was? He said, he had too much weight. Ain't that right? That weight, man, it make a difference. That's why I tell folks, you need some weight on you. Isn't that right? That be honest, you can hold it down. So these are things that, come on, 46. Listen.
Not that a human has seen the Abba, except the one has come from the Alahym.
Tell her what he did.
He has seen Alahym.
That's all you need to know. Don't be believing all these folks talking about they seen the man. They ain't folks ain't seen nothing. He said, no human seen that man. Not an existing living. They hadn't seen that man. He said, except him, the one. He said, he the only one. He said, except the one has come from Alahym. He has seen Alahym. Adam couldn't have told you that. Adam told him how he knew he would come. He said, man, I can see your big old head coming around them trees. No. He said, I can hear your sound.
That's right.
Some folks got a jug. I think he had a water sloshing in it. He said, no. He said, I can hear your sound. So he became familiar with the sound. That's important for y'all. You don't know it, though, do you? Wow. That's trying. Hold, you got 10th chapter, book of Romans. 10:16. They're really 17, but I take that. Romans. Listen.
And the fall,
See that? And that's important because you start telling about amanah. How did amanah come? By what? And how to hear it. See that the Alahym, that's why you're gonna be taught. You don't need to know that. Listen.
for Yahu says, Yahuwah, who has among our report.
And I say who is cut off that air. I don't know what y'all trying, where y'all been in this cookbook? It's 99 degrees outside. Y'all supposed to butt a nigga up in here. Y'all must not be black. They said, well, y'all live, they said nigga attract heat. Black skin attract heat. Y'all need to get light skinned quick. Come on.
If so, the Amunah comes from within the Shaman, and Shaman through the Devar of Hamashiach.
Y'all hear what he just told you? Is that how you get it? You got it. So what the purpose of teaching you? Hands. What the purpose of teaching you? Yes. You need to have amanah. So because he told the reason I'm gonna teach you, because that's how you're gonna get it. It's gonna come through the hearing. That's why I need to teach you. That's why I need to speak to you, so that way you can get it. How you gonna get your amanah? It's gonna come through the hearing. Okay, come on. What y'all think happened with those people? Well, they don't believe in that. So he said, so then amanah come by hearing and hearing about it, the Alahym. So in the 20th chapter, you have to go get the book of YHUH. They are called Exodus. These are the words, is what it actually tell you, or these are the names. So these are the names. He told you in the 20th chapter about the 17th, 19th verse, that the people, when they heard it, what did they do? They feared and they were removed. And what they told them? They told him to stop speaking to them. They wanted Musha to speak, lest they, and he said that's a flat out lie. What established it for them? When they heard that man speak, it established, they knew, we gonna die. He established, amanah, they knew, we gonna die, that man talking to us. He said they have well not spoken. He said, listen, he said they sure told the truth. But see, they had to hear the Alahym. That's what he gave. He gave them the Torah. And they heard it from him. And guess what? And they feared. They yawned and they were removed. And they told him, let him not speak with us unless we move. He said, they exactly right. I'll kill every one of them. See, that's why he told you. So amanah come by hearing. And the shaman, it come by the Alahym. All right, come on. It don't mean a whole lot to you. Don't worry about it. It all depends on what you're trying to do in life. A lot of y'all got roller skates. You just trying to get by. I'm trying to get in. Come on.
But I say, the most they did not shaman.
All of them?
The most they did not shaman.
He said most of them didn't listen. Most of them didn't hear what they intended to do. Go ahead. So, in your King James, it said they have not all obeyed. So his shaman would cover that. Hear what they intend to do. Everybody that heard it was not hearing so they can do it. He said not most of them. Come on.
Amon, their call went out to all the Auryah.
Listen what happened. Listen what happened. The sound went out where?
To all the Auryah.
And?
Their Abarym to the ends of the Alahym.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
But I say, did Yasharal not know the most? Behold, Musha already says, I shall provoke you to jealousy by those who are not a
Yes.
By a foolish gui, I shall anger you.
Yeah.
And Yeshayahu filled with his lob, saying,
wow.
I was found of those not seeking me.
Guess what? Go ahead.
I was made manifest to those not asking for me.
You ain't gonna believe it. When I was serving good old sweet Jesus, sweetest name I knew at the time, I wasn't looking for no Alahym and no Yahu. I wasn't looking for none of these names. I wasn't trying to find what no Al Shaddai mean, or you can try to enunciate it. I was good with Jesus. But that's how I know the book right. Because I wasn't looking for him. And you ain't gonna believe it. By God, I found him. And you ain't gonna believe how pissed that people that say they are the original people get with the white people who say they Jewish. But he told you what I was gonna do. I'm going to provoke them with a foolish nation. He told you I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna provoke something they do. You said that's crazy. And they supposed to be the people. But what's crazy is I told you I was gonna do this. And you ain't gonna believe why he did that, because you got a Torah. You know what it's called? Eye for eye, tooth for tooth. You ain't gonna believe me. I was jealous when you went after them other queens, when you went after them other gods, them other Alahym. So what you think I'm gonna do to you? I'm gonna provoke you to jealousy by a foolish nation. You provoke me with a foolish Alahym.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna provoke you with a foolish nation.
Mm.
And I'm gonna be found by some people that wasn't even looking for me. Some of y'all say, "Man, I'm just going through the book, we going into caves and digging, looking for rocks and scooping up dirt, trying to form a man." How many of y'all were doing that? How many of y'all wasn't doing none of that whatsoever? You ain't gonna believe it. Found it. And it's inside your book. You telling me some white man, for people who don't believe it, but you telling me some white man came up with this and told us way back then now, let's just go 1611, that we're gonna say, we're gonna make this up. He gonna be found by some people that weren't looking for him. And he gonna provoke him to jealousy by a foolish greed. Only way gonna provoke him to jealousy because they were gonna be emulating us. Show you how that works. Y'all don't understand how that jealousy works, do you? Need to see it? See and believe him. Ra Shyth. 21:8. Again, my preacher, if I offended somebody, say they Jewish, well, I apologize. I'm just trying to get us to understand something. Okay? Really, it ain't about fighting nobody. I ain't trying to fight nobody. All I'm trying to do is fight stupidity with intelligence. Fight disobedience with obeying. That's all that. That on the fight I got time. I ain't got no fight to make with nobody. Oh, you set up for shut your mama mouth. Yeah. That'd be a wound. Because she said the first one that break, if it come from the matrix and if it's an ass, a kamar, a donkey, you're supposed to break his neck. So if I get the mother to shut her mouth, which is a wound, then she'd have broke your neck and we wouldn't be having this conversation. Ain't that right? For those that want to fight. Go ahead, listen.
The Yali grew and was weaned.
Oh,
And-
let's go back up a little bit. Probably 5. Let's see. But we talking, we don't know what happened. Listen.
Now Abraham was 100 Shanat old when his
100
being
years old.
Yaskat was born to him.
See that? And Yahuchanan was born here laugh. That was funny. That's why I told you should have been laughing. That's what the boy name is, laugh. Yahuchanan is laugh. Think about it. Somebody 100 years old, man. You seriously? 100-year-old man. People looking at what folks saying about Robert De Niro now, 80-something years old. That's crazy. You ain't gonna believe it. 100 years old. That's his name. His wife named the baby Laugh. Go ahead.
So Sarah said, Alahym has made laughter for me.
See that? She said, man, laugh. Come on.
Everyone who Shama shall laugh with me.
Listen, you ain't gonna believe why they don't. They ain't here with intent. I tried to tell them to laugh. She said, everybody here gonna laugh. That's funny. You ain't gonna believe you get you ain't supposed to be laughing in God's house. That's why you ain't in God's house. She just said everybody here gonna laugh. Well, that's crazy. The promise is coming through. That's funny. They don't see it that way. Cause the folk done told you, see, they'll make you so dignified and serious, you ain't obeyed nothing. Cause you weren't listening with intent. Come on, you want to bust out loud. You say, man, you 60, you trying to have a baby. Man, sit down somewhere. Abraham was 100. Yeah. That was funny. 100-year-old man had a baby. She said, everybody here is gonna laugh. Wow. Come on. You ain't gonna believe it. That man was so old, he was ancient. You ain't gonna believe it. Yahusha came on the scene. Yahu was an old man. Go figure. Listen.
And she said, who would have said to Abraham that Sarah would nurse Benin, for I have borne him a being in his old age.
Look at that. You ain't gonna believe it. When Maureen tried to come and she told all Yahusha, they call Elizabeth by it. She born one, Yahu, in his old age. She didn't even make it about her. She's talking about her Abraham in his old age. Maureen would have looked at her when she was trying to tell him. She stood there, and she said, and magnify the magnifying. Yahusha was Yahusha, made her laugh. And he didn't believe it. And when Yahuchanan, who they call John about her, he even leaped. Everybody here just gonna laugh. Gonna make them so tickled. Go ahead. But you know what? I don't blame, don't laugh. You ain't got no understanding. That's all. You just need somebody to give you understanding. That's what they paid me for. It's up to you if you want to take it. They teach you, man, you laugh. You ain't serious. You supposed to be serious. The woman just said everybody here gonna laugh. See, you know what he told you? Before, this was bad. See, you call Rosha two, and you call two Rosha.
Yeah.
He told, they put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. Yeah. You put Kashak for Auryah. Yeah. And Auryah, they make it Kashak. Yeah. You can't win with y'all. Come on.
The Yali grew and was weaned.
The Yali who?
Grew.
And did what?
Was weaned.
Tell them what happened, son.
And Abraham made a great muad on the Yum that Yaskat was weaned.
Mm-hmm.
Now Sarah saw the bin of Hagar, the Mitzrite, whom she had born to Abraham.
Doing what?
Mocking.
Mocking. What happened, son?
Therefore, she said to Abraham,
what she said? Ain't that cute?
Drive out this maid and her bin.
Why?
For the bin of this maid shall not be in heir with my bin with Yaskat.
You ain't gonna believe why she did that. See that? It's all in the book. That needs somebody to show it to you. She looked at him. She said, that's foolish. He's trying to do what that kid doing. I don't like it. Not one bit. Get him out of there. Try to show you how jealousy works. You know what we do with them people? We invite them in. We have what we do when we see people that call themselves Jew. When we run up and say, come on, my brother. They say, man, you look ridiculous. Get out. Get yourself out of here somewhere. See? Same Ruach. Because of the jealousy.
Yeah.
But he told you I was going to do it. I'm going to provoke you to jealousy with a foolish nation. You ain't going to believe it. He told him that Ishmael was going to be a nation.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's amazing. Because Islam mimic you.
Yeah.
When you have your muhar, they have one too.
Yeah.
They have Ramadan right at the same time you have Sokar.
Mm-hmm.
They fast just like you do.
Yeah.
Confirm. They just don't do it all day. They do it just today. They don't understand. See, the whole thing that messed them up, they can't pay attention to Ra Shyth. Ra Shyth give you timeline. Darkness. Mm-hmm. When he came on the scene, he said, let there be an or. Then, after the or went, what was it? That's how you keep a day. From evening to evening. Mm-hmm. They go daytime before it get dark. All of the day, none of the night. And they think they'll fast all day. That's how, because they said they think day is just life. Mm-hmm. Well, go figure. And they try to look like you. Mm-hmm. They'll pray 3 and 7 times a day. Yeah. Their women will cover their head. And they acknowledge him and say, he made a Abarym with them. I just keep trying to provoke you enough to get you back. I'll tell you what you do. You do this. Anybody with a small kid, you got a can right now. You get another kid, his side, his age, and start playing with that boy too much. And watch him get over there and move that boy out the way, try to get him out the way. Right. Yep. He only been doing that too long. Yeah. Ain't mind you just do this. This ain't your daddy. Yeah. How many of y'all know kids that do that? Yeah. They don't play that. They ain't gonna play that stuff. They gonna let a little bit. They gonna like, we're doing it too long. They're going on way too long. I get you more. And that's what she looked at. She like, this boy been playing he been doing this stuff way too long, so I'm playing that baby stuff. He got to get out of here. I don't like it. Because the attention was on Yahusha. Mm-hmm. He's drawing attention. Get him out. Ain't that right? And her too. Ain't that right? I don't want her. Nothing connect to him. I don't want him. Y'all got it?
Yes, sir.
So you had to understand that. Now, what's key when we go back over is when he told you about they are not all Shama, because neither did Adam, because he called him. He wouldn't come. He called him. He told him why. Because I heard your sound. That's why I hid myself. See the call is sound. See, everything gives out. See, even our language, there's a distinction when you say, like we lazy right now when we are not saying. I'm not really particular on us right now on the sound of it, because right now it's getting us to understand the importance of it. If I get you on sound, it's gonna be too much. See, you gotta remember the sound he heard was the sound of the Kadim, the wind. He could feel it. He said when it came, it was cool. So there's a lot of things he associated. Nature let him know he was coming. Because he told him when he came, he said it was in the cool of the day. You know what time is usually cool?
Evening.
Coming toward the Layla. Hello? And we look at him to come in tonight. He said, when I come, I'm coming like a thief in the night, in the Layla. So he popped up on, he said it was in the cool of the day, and there was a sound. And he told him, he said, I heard your sound and I hid myself. See, nature works with him and it produces a sound. Let me tell you, you can take a thin piece of paper, right? You said, with nothing. Take a piece of paper and put it between your lips and blow. Watch the sound noise. You're blowing the same air, but because of the paper and how it'll cause the restriction, it makes the difference of the split. It gives a different sound. Versus the paper. Anybody got a piece of paper? Did you watch this paper? No. So, y'all hear that? I'm blowing the same thing, but there's a slight difference in the sound. So Adam knew how Kadim moves and how it sounds, and he knew the difference of when Yahuwah was coming. It was just an example, just showing you how things can make a restriction, a difference when something gets in between it. Same wind, but you can hear the kind of the difference because some, you know, like that, Jerry, Austin, Chet. Let's go. Come on, let's go.
Please don't need
Marvin.
I ain't gonna spoil you.
Who else with them? And put one for your wife. The man and his wife. Bridge, you with him?
You did.
Yeah. Thank you. Come on. That's what I'm saying. Say it yourself. We can't use that.
Because
I know. I'm just trying to show you a slight, the same wind blowing, but yet when something get in between it, it makes a slight different sound. So a lot of times when we're doing the Alabeth, okay, or not Alabeth so much, well, Alabeth, or when we're enunciating words, there's little small distinctions in them that makes the change. Okay? Ben, son, being. What is being? Something you what? Wow, that's interesting. It means understanding.
That's right.
Or understand. So now you're talking about the Ben, you're talking about the son. When you're saying the being, you're talking about understand.
Yeah.
So that's a difference. Y'all got what I'm saying? So the purpose of teaching Abba, teaching Ben, is so he'll be. Y'all say so he'll be. Y'all got it? So he will so the son will understand. See, when you understand our language and why certain things are put together, then you understand it's not so complex, but it has a real idea of functioning and how it works. Y'all got it? The purpose of the Ben is to get him to be, which is to understand. Y'all got it?
Yes, sir.
What's the purpose of teaching? What is the purpose of teaching a child? To get him to understand. He said, I'm going to give you Ra'im, which shall feed you with
Knowledge.
Remember that, feed you. So what was their perception of a Ra'ah, a pastor? What would they understand of a Ra'ah? Shepherd. What is a shepherd responsible for? For keeping it and for feeding. Feeding was necessary. Y'all saying? So you're acquainted with their diet, with what they need for nutrition, what's to their health and benefit. So is a Ra'ah that we're gonna look at. He said, that's what I'm gonna name your pastors. They're gonna be called Ra'ah. They're gonna be responsible for feeding you, causing you to see, bring you into a knowledge of. That's the same thing. The animals don't know where it's going. He calls them to see by taking it. He leads them. And they understood that because this was our people, this was their directive. They were shepherds. They were farmers. Then they became builders. So everything they did played a part to what they understood about Alahym, how to build the child following the same trait of the parent. Now we'll raise a child do something. Child said, I don't go and be like, no, don't be like, I want you to be something different. Nobody ever done that. Why would a child not follow the same function of the father?
Yeah.
Know what? In other customs, children follow the pattern of the father. Whatever the father's occupation was, that's what the child occupation was. Today, we encourage the child to go a whole different way.
Yeah.
If it's that bad, why are you doing it? Then the purpose of doing that, so you keep a consistent pattern. I know they said, you gotta let kids go, broaden the horizon. And how does that work? Where we at right now, the way in society? Because you ain't gonna believe it. That's how we got off in the gun. Adam found a different occupation than the father.
Mm.
He was a doc and he was a sinner. One was righteous, one was a kataim, a sinner.
Mm-hmm.
So what we don't do today is the reason why we so messed up the way you are now. Nobody teaches to follow patterns. Okay. All right, come on. So now y'all understand when we're talking about provoking the jealousy.
Mm-hmm.
That's already got put out. It's time to provoke the jealousy. You ain't gonna believe it. Why y'all think the Islamic people fight against the Yahudim? Cause of jealousy. We got the state.
Yeah.
He told you the hand of the enemy gonna be in his neck. He told you what was gonna happen to us. And our hand gonna be at the end and gonna be at the end and be at our enemy neck. That's what he told you. 49-1. Come on, son. Come on, Ra Shyth. Y'all don't even understand what you're dealing with, do you? Okay. It don't make sense. Let's just see what happened. Ra Shyth. Dennis, they call him. $49-1. We'll drop down. Oh, y'all too long to get y'all through. 49 and 49-7. Excuse me. 197. Listen.
I be their anger or his fears.
I've been with this. I hard my own. I call them big unc. In the country we had on, we call them big unc. What's up, big unc? And they're big unc now. Back them up a little bit. What I said, 7, back me up to 5. I hard big unc now. What happened?
Shimeon and Louis are Akeem.
You hear what he said? It's when they brothers. Ain't that right? They are. Them brothers, them boy brothers. Isn't that right? Them strong. That's strong, bro. Them two strong brothers down. Come on.
Their weapons are instruments of violence.
That's what we use. Isn't that right? Because you know what he's trying to tell you? Somebody else had to teach you something different. You missed it, didn't it? Who told you something different? Hand, quick. God, tell them right quick. What did he say? Words of wisdom better. No. Yahu told you. Yep. He said the weapons of our warfare are not carnal. Because he tried to tell you about big arm. He told you they weapons of violence. So he told you the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through Alahym to the pulling. Yeah. Let's see what he told you. Listen. Don't take that. I told you, y'all think too slow. Don't worry about it. Come on.
Listen. Let my nafash not enter into their council.
Listen what it did.
Let not my kabul be united with their assembly.
Listen.
Because in their anger they slew each.
And what they do, son?
And in their self And in their self shall they lamed oxen.
Like awesome. I'm told they dug down a wall. And boy, I told him to pulling down a stronghold. See, he had to transition us out. You ain't gonna believe it. That bloodline in you too. He said, listen, they instruments of cruel. That's what they got. The instrument weapon they use is for violence. No guy coming and talking about, let me become a prayer warrior. No guy look at a prayer warrior. And we killing people. I'm just being honest. What state were they in? Why is your code talking about these guys? He's trying to already transition us out of, tell you, don't let these guys come together. These guys' weapons are for violence. So when Shaul was and that right, same thing until they'll be. No, that's right, same subjection be the same thing. So they're gonna put us right back to where we was with Adam. Making everything subject. We're gonna bring it into captivity. That's what you ain't gonna believe it. That's what they did. After they killed them, we took the women. And that right, that's what we do. We captured them. We killed everything that could do it again. When we found out there was one among them that could rape one of our women, we killed them all. Sure. That's just how we operated. That was the science. Ain't that right? That's science. That's it. We had to kill them. We killed them all. They'll say, just kill the one. We said, no, kill them all. It's in their bloodline. When we say that thing shouldn't be done in Yahusha, we killed every one of them. But we needed that so we understand what you got to do. You can leave something and it's subject to build back up again. You'll watch the mall. They'll kill a man. If I kill Dave, I'm in the mall. I got to kill Buck. Because Buck gonna try to come back. So I got to kill anything, every male that could come up. Where y'all think these people get this stuff from? Where y'all think they get it from? Because you leave one, it's going to veer back up. So it made no sense to go in and just kill, got that boy, Shickham. And then to sit after Shickham. It made no sense to just kill Shickham. You have to deal with his brother. You have to deal with his father. So you kill them all. So now going to that, now that's transferred, because now he got me total our weapon. We can't use that weapon now, can we? So now when we got to look, I got some adultery in my heart. I killed one part of it. Why not? Why don't kill just the one that's on that one part? It's something that's gonna come back up. See what I'm saying? So you understand it from the carnal act on how you work Ruach Ha Qdash spiritual. That's why he could tell you about the weapons not being carnal, because you should have known this. These guys in anger, they dug down a wall. Listen what happened.
Oh, I'll be their anger.
He cursed it. So how good is it gonna work for you? When you work out, it ain't gonna work for you. I just cursed it. I cursed it. So I don't want to make no sense to tell you to do that. Make no sense no group to tell you. We're gonna all assemble ourselves with guns so we can go kill white people. We go, you know, there's no foolishness like that. He said, curse be their anger. We've already done that and we lost. Any rate, he said, don't even do it. We got to get this. The intelligence is what we got to get. Y'all got it. We need the intelligence. Come on.
For it is fierce in their wrath, for it is cruel.
Come on.
I shall disperse them in your code and scatter them in Yahusha.
See that? He dispersed it. Try to get rid of it. Try to get it out front. Don't let it come together. Come on.
Yehuda, your Akim shall tahala you.
See that? They're gonna praise you. What happened?
Your hand shall be on the neck of your enemies.
Why would my hand be on the neck of my enemy? Huh? They won't come against me because they're jealous of me. And what else happened?
Your Abba beneath shall bow down to you.
They're gonna shikar me. Come on.
Yehuda is an Auryah well. From the prey, my being, you have gone up.
Y'all hear what he said? He's an Auryah.
Auryah well.
A well. Y'all hear what he said? See that? He's a baby Auryah. A whelp is a young. That's a cub. That's what he told him. He was a cub. But listen what he did.
From the prey, my being, you have gone up.
Listen what happened. Let me tell you what happened. What folk don't pay attention. He just told you he was the cub of Auryah. He just told you he was the son of a king. Yahusha tried to tell you when you listen. Okay, that's wild. If I see a cub, that cub got a father. Ain't that right? And that the Auryah is what they call a lion, but Auryah is Auryah. Auryah is considered a king, an emperor because of his mane. Now he just been told that he was an Auryah's whelp, which means he's going to grow to do what? He's going to become an emperor. See, you gotta understand, but if you don't know nature, then you don't even understand it. You don't understand. He just told, it makes no sense. If he is an Auryah's whelp, young, what is he going to grow to be? The man gonna become an emperor. He just told you, wasn't even paying attention. He just told it to you through nature. That makes no sense. What you think happened with what happened? Listen, that's why when the olive sees him, because the ox, he kills him. He stomps out every one of them he catches. Listen, it's on for life when they see each other. Tell him, when the cage buffalo see him, when he catch Auryah and he catch us through around there and he know some of that grass, he drive it out to kill it. Because he know what's gonna happen. He's going to grow and he's going to kill me. So I'm gonna kill him. So he just told you what it was. He said, Yehuda, you are an Auryah's whelp. I had to be an emperor. Y'all heard, hey, MU White Lion King. What that boy he tried to tell you? When they gonna grow up and I'm gonna be king. He knew that, innit? Fuck, I didn't try to tell you that. Somebody knew I'm gonna be, they kept telling you, you're gonna be king. Come on. It's bad a cartoon gotta teach you. I might watch that thing. I ain't gonna cry either. No, I ain't. I'm gonna bite them till. I ain't gonna lie. But that thing, listen, man, you ain't cry, right? Thank you, answer. Did anything that is like an onion felt like it was coming in the room? When Simba daddy died, you saw the element. Hold on, we gonna talk about element. What he just told y'all? When a man tell you when he seen it, and I just ask a simple question. I seen the elementary school. What he said, Dave? He cried. When that I was grown. When Simba went and his dad was dead, boy, he was let, and them hours full of water, he trying to get his dad to get up. And Scott told him, run. You know how he was coming? I could have drove my truck out and snapped him up and drove him off myself. That thing wrong. Well, he walked up there, rock later on, boy, he can't. I said, I ain't gonna cry. You watch it like this. So you don't cry. Hit yourself. So you can be angry. That's what I'm gonna do. Ain't? How many of y'all kids you got water eyes and grown folk? That thing touching. There's a lot of y'all here gotta get a check. Man, Mike, you didn't cry. You sick. What about you, Gavin? You did. You still sick, but I like it on that one. Sally, you didn't cry. Water eye. Fill up, onion. What is wrong with y'all people? Y'all trying to be too strong. Sometimes you gotta let it out. I'm telling you, I'm telling that thing serious. I'm telling you a serious one. When that thing come, you hold it, and you can't breathe right here for a minute. And you get warm. That thing, and that thing like you can't breathe, it's like it gets stopped up. I ain't saying I did it, but I had a friend one time. Listen, y'all sick. Come on. Come on.
He couches, he lies down as an Auryah.
He couches, he lies down as a who?
Auryah.
As an Abarym.
And as an old Auryah.
Uh-huh.
Who dares rouse him up.
See that? We done went from whelp to old lion. We done went from a whelp, a young cub, all the way up to an adult now. And then told he crouched. He went, he laid down like an old lion. And now he want to ask you, who's gonna, so now think about this. Now he tell you about Auryah. Now when he sat down and he laid down, he laying down to rest. What's gonna make him get up? That's what they were looking at. What's gonna get him up? After he eat and he feel he lay down, he don't want to do nothing. He ain't got time. He look at, man, he got, man, you can dance all by him and put, he don't feel like being bothered. What's gonna make him get up? Well, he know he gotta defend. He's asking who's gonna rouse him up? The Ruach Ha Qdash. Listen.
The scepter shall not depart from Yehuda.
We use the lamech. which was the staff. But then we talk about an emperor, he used a scepter. He sticks out the scepter. You see them over there had a scepter, the king would have something. That's what he had. He would have a scepter that he would use. He would touch and tell somebody to come or go or summon some whatever. That would be a symbol of his rule. So he just told you about the scepter. Should do what?
Shall not depart from Yehuda,
Listen.
nor the lawgiver from between his regal.
Now that's tight. He just told you about the scepter. That'd be that penis. See the yard, they can stick up. Oh, y'all need to know this thing. I know you're looking at sexual, but it is. That's what he's telling you. The scepter. He told you about the rod. He said, I wasn't going to depart from it. He's trying to tell you the rule's going to stay there. So he's telling you something that cont that you should know, that the scepter is not going to depart. He said, no, a lawgiver from between his feet, which means it was going to issue out from it. See, if you got to understand it, it's what it is. Okay. It's all about your understanding. Nor a lawgiver from between his feet. Why would a man be between his feet? It told you about Louis being in the loins of Abarym. Now he just told you the scepter wasn't going to depart. He told you about the scepter, then told you the lawgiver wasn't going to depart from his feet, from between his feet. Which means all he was going to issue out was emperors. Listen.
Until Shiloh comes.
That's when he's going to pass the scepter. Y'all don't get that? 1 Corinthians chapter 15. Verse 22. We'll just work it out right quick. Don't take that long. I'll prove out what I tell you. Make it 23. Let me see if it's 23. 1 Corinthians 15:23. Let's see what he said. Before you get that right quick, Abarym, somebody gonna fight it. Abarym said that 7:14. They call it Hebrews. Abarym would be plural because they say Hebrews. So Abarym wouldn't make sense. Abarym 7:14. Listen, it don't take long. Listen.
For it is evident.
Stop. What is evident? Proof? That's all I need. For it is evident
to all
that what?
Our Adon has sprung out of Yehuda.
He came out of the loins of which?
From the matah of which Musha spoke nothing of him concerning the Kahan.
I just used to nothing, just read anyway. Run back 15 right quick. 15:23. 1 Corinthians. I ain't even need that. I'll read it anyway because they probably said I would. Your mom. It's 1 Corinthians 15:23. Listen.
But each one and everyone in his order.
We'll make it 22. They just started each one. Yeah, come on.
For as in first Adam, all of them moved.
Y'all see that? In first and Adam all did moot.
So in the Mashiach, all of them shall be made Kaid.
That made sense to be made alive. See, when you came to him, you were dead. That's how I'm gonna coom you up. Remember? Now he taught you, he said, he gonna coom you up. I'm telling you, already dead. He told Adam in the garden that the day he eat of the arts, what was gonna happen? And he was talking to a dead man. And he was yet living. He told you what happened. A woman that lived in pleasure, such a dead, why she living? He lost an estate. Listen.
But each one and everyone in his order.
See that? That's how you gotta do it. And how we learn order. We're learning from the Turah. That's right. That's how we learn it. Y'all remember that? From the Ra Shyth. When it sound, which gate was supposed to come first?
That's right.
That's order. You can't do it. Everybody come out. No, we were told we were supposed to come first. Everybody had an order. That's why he told you. So when he told everyone in his order, it's just like when you plant certain vegetables. Some you'll plant first because they might be the last one to come up. So you want to get them a time so they can come. But some things gonna sprout faster than others. So you might some blend these last because they'll come up quicker. And I'm trying to pick things in a certain point in time when I come. I don't want to keep gathering every time. At one time I want to get stuff where it all can come up together. So you start learning growing period. Some stuff take longer. I'm gonna plant them first. So I can get them a head start. And there's other things I plant. So guess what? Until we all come into the unity.
That's right.
Guess how you learn that? From Alahym? Nature ought to teach him, man. See that? Nature ought to teach him. Come on.
Of all of them, the Mashiach, the first Pari,
See that? He the first one coming up. See that? That's what he did when he got up from the ground. When he got up from the Kubal. He was representing then. Ukar Shabur, first fruit. Listen.
after that, those who are the ones of the Mashiach at his coming.
That be so-called. That'd be the last time you can gather. See how you learning your time? That's why he told you other time and season, you ain't gonna believe it. You have no, because you yourself know perfectly well how it's coming. You know how it's going. I don't need to tell you this. Mashiach first, it's Ukar Shabur. Afterward, though, that here, that's because they got orders. So now you're gonna deal with the last time you can gather. That's what they told you when a done come, who know what he gonna come at the second or the third watch. He could have told you first watch. Because he's already done that. We gotta look at the second and third watch.
Right.
Don't worry about it. How many times you supposed to appear? Okay. Okay, he done came one time. Came one time. This time we look at his gathering. When he got from the Kubal, that was Ukar Shabur. Okay, he was the first fruits of them that sleep. Okay. Wow. Listen.
And after that, the end shall come.
After that end. So what do we know about your end? So called. He said that's in the end of the year. That's gathering. That is the last time you gather. That's why I told you a lot of stuff we do don't make sense because they don't understand it from that premise. The premise he gave them to see things and how they understand. He gave a Abarym to these people. I don't need to, I know we did this. I don't need to see nothing different than what they saw. I don't need to see, you can keep going. I don't want to deal with that. When he come and gather, what can keep going? He said that it stops. I'm establishing all things new. I'm getting rid of that whole set, that whole order, because I'm going to establish new. Okay. Purpose of him bringing his Malkut, because what can happen in his empire can be lawful under his rule. This alarm ain't his, it's yours. Yahusha told you that. He said they were Malkut. He said they wouldn't let you take me.
That's right.
So why I expect what I had going on to go help him? Why you think he couldn't drink him? He couldn't do it him, not him. You got Turah for a lot of that stuff. He told you, when I get you, we sit down on my Malkut. He said, we're going to eat and drink.
Yep.
Mimicking who? Y'all were taught the hands. Don't take that long. Don't play like you ain't been taught. Tell me something. All hit men. Slap piss out of them. Tell me right now. That's right. Artaxerxes, they put a hospital. Artaxerxes did. I ain't got nothing but a book. I go to the first chapter of the book of Hadassah. She clearly sat there and told you that when he sat down, when the Malak sat down and drank, he said, listen, and it did according to the law. He sat down and he ate and drank. And he said he did it according to the law. Why y'all think Yahusha told you, and we said him Malkut, he said, he told you what he gonna do. He said, I ain't eating drinking here. Did he not tell you that?
Yes, sir.
He said, when I get in my Malkut, because it's gonna be lawful. These people don't know what they're doing. They're wasting time. A lot of these people tell you a preacher like cut them up. Them camp just cut them out, just blow that campfire. They'll blow it out. It just don't make sense because they don't know what they're doing. Everybody trying to get drunk here, he just told you when doing it. He said, I get in my mouth cool, it'd be according to the Turah. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
All about just doing the thing right. That's what he told you. He said, we get in my mouth cool, we can eat and drink. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Let's pick it up right quick. Look at me crazy. Auryah. 22, 13, 12, 13, 14, right quick, don't take that. Auryah, they call it Luke. See, I ain't let me finish 1 Corinthians now. Whew, that L came on. Thank you. 2, 23, 22, 14, well, make it 12. 14, I'm almost sure what I want. 12, listen.
And he's going to show you a large spread of a room. Period.
This Yahusha was telling his Talmudim, his taught one, told him to go up and he's gonna find out east, and the east gonna show them an upper room, and he's already prepared for them for the spread. Listen.
They went and found just as
They found that stuff wasn't nothing like it was similar to. It was close almost.
As he had said.
That's why I'm doing what he told me. He gonna be just like he said. When they went today, one of them the guy that said, he close enough. He don't play no close. And they fine. He said, that's what it was. Come on.
And they feared God.
Come on.
And came to pass when I was blind, he was blind at the table, and the 12 Alahym with him.
Listen, that's how you know he was black. No offense, Jack. Ain't nothing but a black man living at the table like that. He do it in his Cadillac and he do it at the table. Be like, sit up straight. That man, I'm Yahusha, man, I'm inclined. You know, we get to him, man, I just want to lay back. Don't worry about it. Come on.
And he said to them,
What did he say?
I have deeply fought to eat with the thought with you before myself.
Y'all hear that? He said, man, I've been wanting to eat this stuff with you. Tell me what happened, son.
For I say to you,
What happened?
I shall not eat it again until it is fulfilled in the Malkuth of Alahym.
What that mean? I won't eat it again. I've done it before. That's all. It don't take that long. Come on.
He took the cup,
That did what? After he
Yeah.
drunk it?
giving Hadu, and said,
What?
take it and distribute it.
Why?
For I say to you,
Why you won't drink none?
for I say to you,
What you say?
I shall surely not drink of the pari of the vine from now until the Malkuth of Alahym comes.
You say ain't gonna never drink it, never, ever, ever in the world or in a new world?
From now until the Malkuth of Alahym comes.
What that mean? That's when I'll be drinking it. Because it'll be according to the Torah. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
The book of Hadassah. Pick it up from right quick. First chapter. 1, 6, 8. 1, 6, that's 8. Hadassah. A star. A star. That's her Babylonian name. Her name is a star. They'll say Esther. Because they give you Esther. Every time you think about Esther, who you think about? Esther the Rose? That's the ugly face to think about Samson, son. That's how you get y'all. Her name was a star. See, they knew that you came from the cooker bean. They knew that you illuminated like the cooker bean. See, they gave you Esther. You don't think nothing about it, do you? Her name was a star. Ain't that right? When her parents, when they seen her born, you believe they said, a star is born. Come on, big man. Who is that, Brittany? That's what I'm talking about. Say it yourself, Britt. That's time. That's what it says. Check, get a check. Now go ahead. Let's see you get a check. Go ahead and make sure you get your check when you come back too. Quit, Britt, got my baby in trouble. Fooling with you. Yeah, no check. Well, don't be trying to help. She put her own up. She don't need you. Trying to add no extra to it either. Yeah, so that's her name, a star, because they looked at us as being one of the cooker beans. Y'all got a kukab is single, cooker beam are plural. So they let you know when they saw them, they get, although it was a Babylonian name, they had enough sense to realize you illuminate. Y'all got it? We're gonna be working on that too. We'll be working it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we got something else for y'all coming. Go ahead.
And the drinking was according to the Turah.
Oh, what? Hold on for a minute. What you say?
And the drinking.
And the who?
Drinking.
And the what?
Drinking
Tell them what it was.
was according to the Turah.
That's what I do for a living. Back it up, son, up here, verse 6. These folks don't know what they're doing. They're trying to condemn the man. Well, I catch me a drink, I'm gonna tell him he condemned. That's why you ain't gonna be there. This is what hurt us. When you don't know Torah, you don't understand speech. That's why I'm trying to tell you, you got to understand the Torah, because people don't know what they're doing. They want to get drunk now. That makes no sense. I'm supposed to be mimicking. That makes no sense that I'll be sitting around drinking. The man has already told us what's going to be done, and it's going to be according to the Torah. Come on, what I said, verse 5? Yeah, 5 be 5. Listen.
And when these Yamin were completed,
What happened?
the Malak made a muar.
When these days were completed, isn't that right? Everything in its order. When these things were timing, when they were complete, the Malak made a muhar. Tell him what kingdom he went to.
For
So
all
he
the,
went out of town and did this.
for all the who were present in Shushan the palace.
That's in his dominion. To everybody who were present. You said, I went now. It ain't for you. The man just made a muhar. He done made a feast. The Shushan, that's in the inner part of his malkut. Not on the outer side. These are the people that's in the inner city. This is what happened.
From the greatest to the least,
Wow. From the greatest to the least.
in the court of the gun of the Malak
That don't
palace.
sound familiar. Wow. He told you a man born a woman ain't none greater than Yahuchanan, except he that least in the malkut Alahym. You'll mess around and mistake me for a preacher. You'll think I know what I'm doing. See, he throw that on you when he caught it with you. What the person tell you that the least in the malkut Alahym? Now you just heard about this man, Artaxerxes. He done just throw the muhar, and it's for the least to the greatest. Go ahead.
While white linen and violet hangings
Wow.
were overlaying.
Wow. That's the same thing here about that. He told you they all arrayed in white.
Mhm.
In the 7th chapter book of Kazuna 14, Yahuchanan, the Malaki asked him, said, what's your deed? Which are arrayed in white? He said, you know. He said, you know. He said, these are they that came out of great tribulation. And said, made they robes white in the dome of the land. Listen.
With cords of fine linen,
Wow. Come on.
purple to silver rings and pillars of white marble.
Mm-hmm.
The couches were of gold and silver.
Wow. Same thing, Malkut. Come on.
On a pavement of red marble and white and pearl and black marble.
Wow. That black be onyx. Some of that is in the, when you start looking at the 12, when you look at the 12 pillars set up, some of the same ones in there. The marble, the pearl. You start telling you about the black, the onyx. Listen.
And they gave them drink in vessels of gold.
Woo. He talked about the covenant hand. They gave them drinks in vessels of gold. Tell me what happened.
The vessels being different one from another.
Come on.
And the royal wine was plentiful according to the Malak hand.
Whoa, you hear that? He said the wine was plentiful. They ain't had no little bit. Ain't that right? Sound like Yahusha when he came, he went to the wedding. You ain't believe what he made. He made wine. He ain't tell him just drop no. He said, man, fill that thing up to the top. They don't even know why he made it. The Malak made it, didn't it?
That's
Why
right.
y'all think he went to the wedding? He made wine.
So,
And he told them to fill it. They went, he said, fill them to the top. Fill them to the top. Come on.
and the drinking was according to the Turah.
You said, and you said they were condemned and defiled of what now?
And the drinking was according to the Turah.
I told y'all I'm mistake me for I know what I'm doing. See, these people, like, cause people looking for the wrong stuff. People just look for the wrong stuff. That's why he wants you to wait till I establish my malkut. Then we'll sit down, we'll eat and we'll drink. And see, it'll be according to the Torah, because I done told you, it's in your book. Why are you trying to get drunk here? It don't make sense. I just told you, the man done set up one, and he done had it here, and he done told you how it was done. It was, what's the purpose of telling you it was according to the Torah? So it won't get you off. Ain't that right? And now, when they got out of Shushan, should they been drinking out there? They should have been drinking in India, because that fella on one of his providence. They should have been drinking in Ethiopia, or Kush, they call it, because they fell on his providence. They was at Shushan. They was at the palace. They were where his malkut was established. All this was a part of it, but he had one particular place where he sat people down where they would eat and they would drink, and it would be according to the Torah.
Yeah.
The Torah didn't come you to go nowhere else. The problem we got, when you don't understand the Torah and how it operates, you're not gonna understand the operation of Alahym, and that's why you're gonna fail every time. Because somebody read somebody, they all keep running around, you know, Jesus drunk wine. He probably still drinking it. I'm serving Yahushua. How people keep going telling me your eye was red like that. They don't think I make your eye red. You get angry and pissed.
Yeah.
Your blood pressure go up your eye and get red. Hello? That man eye red, I find he angry. Don't worry about it. Man told you 7-11 he had to get a Alahym. The book said Alahym is angry with the wicked every day.
Every day.
He said, every day I'm angry with the Rosh. And a day past, he said, I'm angry with him every day.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all see that? So you take your time. Well, let's read it right quick. 1 Corinthians 15. I hate to leave so much meat on the table. Y'all make me jump out to get something. Y'all think I just be talking, I don't know what I'm talking about. I ain't just doing that job. Why y'all think y'all cut me a check? I tend to know what I'm doing. Anyway, I know what I'm doing, believe it or not.
Yes, sir.
Y'all shoot all this out the door. We read. Listen, you know how quick I move. I try to show you. You have to think that quick. I can't say, read, catch it, get it, go. You missing stuff. That's what I do. Come on. 15, 23. You should be at 23. Or you put 24. 15, 1 Corinthians. 24. Listen.
And after that, the end shall come.
Y'all see that? He tell you about gathering. All the way I understand end, I understand it from gathering. There's no way for me to understand end other than when they gather. There's no other way for them to process end. Or end is just when they die. But them, how they understood it, because now we're talking about Pari. We're talking about him being Shabur, right? Now we're talking about the end. The only way to put this together, if he's gonna be the first fruit, is to go to Sokar, which is the last time we gathered. Okay? Come on. That's it. Now you got how many y'all forgot what it's tied into? Hands. I know it's plenty of you. Come on, don't play. Come on, raise your hand. How you forgot? That's why you pay me. I left it and come back. I know what I'm doing. You got it? You know what this represents? Because the book just told you that a lawgiver wasn't going to pass from between his feet and the scepter wasn't going to depart him until Shiloh comes. So he just told you then come at the end that he's going to surrender it all back and give him back the scepter. He just told you he was a lion's whelp. He gonna come into his own after he done defeated and took down, and he gonna deliver it back over to Yahu. And then I took you to show you that it was evident that he sprang from where? Man, he was talking about him. In 537, 38, he told you, search the Kedavim. If in him you think you got Alahym Kai, he said, talking about me. You run around looking for Yahu to do it. He said, they talking about me. Trying to help y'all out. That's all he telling. He gonna have to get a scepter back over. Who we learning from? Hands. I gotta hand him. Let me get a new hand. Come on, Kerry. That's right, Joseph. Who they call Joseph. Pharaoh had made him the highest ruler now, and he was only getting it until he surrendered it, till he got everything back to him. Look, he gathered up everything from the people. They came and told him. They said, Yosef took all our stuff. After he done it and everything done, he surrendered right back over to Pharaoh. He never told he was going to set him up for long over nothing. So we understand Yahushua operation, that he's going to deliver it back over to the Abba. You know why he said he's going to do it? So Alahym can be all in all. That's right. They'll go back into the oneness. Yes, sir. I'm trying to help you out. I done told you clearly, the two. That's why I told you, when you read, you heard Ra Shyth, Bara. In the beginning created who? One. It was two, but the two were one. And we didn't learn it with two of them. We thought it was one until we read Yahuchanan told him. He said in the beginning was the Debar, and the Debar was Alahym, and the Debar was with Alahym. And said the same way in the beginning with Alahym, and all things were made by him, and without him was not anything made that was made. That's how we understood it, that the two was one. So now he's gonna go back and put it right back. Hello? Yes, sir. That's how you gonna do it. I appreciate it. Listen, if you ain't learned that, it ain't made for you. That's all I can do, but I guarantee it's right. Yes, and the whole reason for we need to know that, because there's so many different ways of operation. You got to sit down and take your time. You got to be serious about wanting to be saved. That's it. Listen, he got plenty of information for us. Plenty of things we need to know to understand. But a lot of things the only way we can process it, we have to process it on a natural level. Don't try to run out trying to make no spiritual stuff. Don't be trying to quit on your own. Everything I gave you what? A bunch of spiritual analysis. Everything I gave you natural. And get how you understand it. Right. That's good. Appreciate you. Give me a hand clap. Appreciate you. I appreciate y'all.